Okay, this is Peter Rupert for the Board of Assessment and Appeals. We're here tonight to, this is April 15th, 2026. The start time is 5:17 p.m. We're here to hear appeals that have been properly brought before the board, not to hear them, to deliberate them. All right, so Stephanie, will you just take the roll?
Peter Rupert.
Here.
Paulette Puzo. Here. Elaine Deli. Elaine. Elaine.
Here.
She's muted.
Here.
Okay.
Here. Can you hear me?
She's remote.
Okay. Okay.
Here.
Christina Kelly. Here. Adele Jokovitz. Here. Catherine Gusson. Nope. Neil Fink.
Late.
Ronik Patel.
Absent.
Laura O'Brien.
Absent. All right, if everyone would just stand, please, for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it stands,
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, so Adele, you.
I would love to go first.
Go for it.
I think I'm prepared. I am prepared. Okay, I'm gonna do, I'm doing Tuesday's list. Okay. Okay, this is field number 86. The person's name is Laura Makrides, Makrides. It's 3845 Park Ave, Unit 11, Fairfield. Okay, the town value is $606,000 and the ask value is $550.
I have 510.
Oh, you do?
They adjusted after the hearing.
I don't have that.
You would have it on your note in the file at the end on your note page. You know, you would change that. What was the bill number?
86.
86?
I don't see a note.
No.
I don't see.
Still see this project.
That's something I would definitely put. That's something I would put in.
No, it still says 5.
Okay. Yep. All right, so should I cross that out on this sheet of paper?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so this person has a home. I'm going to read the little blurb she wrote because it was really very succinct. Last two sales within the condo complex were for much lower, 540,000, which is unit 14, which touches hers, and around the corner, 560, unit 3. The complex next door, Park North, so there's two different complexes, has few sales within the last 2 years, within the 450 range. Also, my next door neighbor has lower appraisal report for identical property. Okay? So I'm going to read to you what it is. So it's 3845 Park Ave, Unit 3. Okay, same exact unit. I will say this woman is on the corner versus being in the middle of two condos. Number 3, the last sale was $570,000. Same exact unit. Unit number 10 was assessed for $401,700. And unit number 14 was assessed and was, just so you know, it was October 2nd, 2023. So you have to do that figuring, which I don't know how to do. It was assessed for $380,000.
Which one was that?
It was unit number 14.
Okay.
So they're all like one, they're right next to each other
Just
and
assessed, it was assessed for that one?
Uh-huh.
Or appraised?
I will look. I put the word assessed, but I could be incorrect. Okay, so here, number 11, here we go. Oh, which is her. Okay, she's 11, was assessed at 424,620. So that means that's 70% less than sale, is that correct?
What's the condition of her property interior?
She said it's fine. I mean, the big question she had is, she said every one of those units have the same amount of bathrooms, same amount of bedrooms. They're,
Yeah, but we have a recent sale in January of 25, and it's all been
that's a year
updated.
ago.
The kitchen is updated with granite and, the shaker cabinetry. I would say the bathroom is not really been updated, but so what is her kitchen like? And that sold for $570 in January.
She did, you know what? She didn't say anything about the condition of her condo in our conversation.
Well, that's the most recent sale, January
Yeah.
of 25, unit number 3 in that complex.
Yeah, 570.
Crestwood.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
So she should
Town
compare
did
herself
hers
to
at
that.
606 though.
What?
The town,
Yes, right. But I'm just saying, I mean, it's too bad we don't know about the interior of her. I mean, if she's saying like, oh, my kitchen is original to 1987, that would make a difference.
yeah, I wish she, yes, you're correct. You're correct. I think her concern, looking at my notes, is that here are 3 units that are exactly the same and they're assessed differently. That was her concern. 3 exact same units next to each other. One is next to her, one is like around the corner.
What are those appraised amounts again? Appraised amounts.
Appraised, okay. Okay, hers, show me where the appraised is. Sorry, I need a little assistance. Okay, hers was appraised at 606,600. Okay, excuse me, let me get the next one.
Unit 3 was at 553,
Assessed? Appraised.
appraised. And unit 14 was 498.7.
So there's big discrepancy, right?
I don't know why that one's.
Right. And she.
It's a little smaller. It's like 100 square feet, 150 square feet smaller than the other 2, which are exactly the same.
Here's 544. Yeah, she said that. Number 14, I actually know those people, interestingly enough. Yeah, they just bought it at 544. So I think she didn't talk about it right, and then this one, number 10, is 573. Why is hers so much more? She didn't talk about the condition, saying one was better than the other. Her big thing was we're about the same size, and she couldn't understand why near each other, and she couldn't understand why the appraisals were different. That's kind of what she said.
Is one of them, like Chrissy said, one of them's a little bit small? Is there one out of the ones we were talking about that is exactly the same size?
The number 3.
Okay, and is that an end unit or a middle unit?
I think she's the only end. It just happened she's the only end unit. I mean, is the end unit that much more
Oh,
valuable?
it's a little bit more. It all depends, what the market will bear, but usually they're more money. They bring more money.
Okay.
At the very least, she's made a case for the fact that she's somewhere around that 570. I mean, she might be lower, but she didn't show us any photos of the interior, so
Right, I
I'd
mean, I
like to
think,
bring her lower, but she's not telling us why.
And the most, I mean, it says.
So at the very least, she should be equal to the last sale, or 570. And
Yeah.
the one next door is 573.9. I could bring her to 570. According to that original paper that I saw, she asked for 550. I didn't see 510.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how she came up. Well, because maybe she averaged, I'm just guessing, I don't know. I should have asked, and, maybe she averaged the 3 and it was 550, and.
The
that's how she-
570 is still below the 606,
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
It also looks
I
like
could do 570.
we could be carrying forward, I don't want to say bad numbers, but it looks like she was appraised significantly higher than these other two properties the last go around. So now
Right, and
it has
that's,
compounded.
right, so she got it last time, and then now she's getting it again. Because she said her next door neighbor has lower appraised report, and the property is identical to hers.
What number is that, what she's saying?
Okay, well, if she's 11, can I guess it's number 10?
Well, if the other one was
Number
number 10,
10
number
is
14, and
appraised.
number.
3 is identical as far as square footage,
Right.
year build, condition,
Yeah.
beds, baths.
Yeah,
So
she said, where the complex, okay, my neighbor next door, so if she's 11, I'm guessing it's number 10.
Yeah, and they're valued at 573.9. So the last sale was 570. That's why I'm saying, hey, let's bring it to 570.
yeah.
Are we all good with that? Okay,
Now
let's,
you make the motion.
I make a motion
Okay.
to grant in part. I have to a value of 500, I have it, but I can't even figure this sheet of paper out. To a value of $570,000. All in favor? Is your hand raised? Colleen?
Aye. Okay, yes, aye.
Okay. Okay, unanimous. Thank you. This is so out of my comfort zone. Sorry.
Keep going.
Sorry.
Be all right.
It's embarrassing.
You just started.
I know, but you think I could do this?
Yeah, you just did it.
Just did.
Well, I have my partner in crime over here. Okay, so the next one, number 51, just so you know. Okay, this is property 51. The owner is Patricia Strayer, 86 Sawyer Road, Fairfield. Okay, so the town's value is $710,900, and her ask value is $500,000.
Wait a minute, I have 670,400 for the town value.
It is, that's what it has on.
You do?
Yep.
Okay,
She might have had it reduced already.
okay. If she
That's what
did,
it is on
I,
the, online. Oh, you're right. it
Yeah,
does
670,400.
okay,
She wants to go to 500?
so should I change it on this sheet here?
No, you don't.
I should probably write
Already
this.
got an adjustment for something. I don't know.
674, 500, you
Yeah,
know
so
what?
it says you got to change, I didn't say how much, but.
Gotcha.
You're right. Well, if the original was 710, 900, then she really,
I don't know where.
85,000. Okay, this is her reason for the appeal, and then I do have notes. And she did give me comps, but they're not printed from, you know, I do have comps. The property across the street at 85 Sawyer Road was old in September 2025. Oh, it was old. I meant sold. Was sold in September 2025 for $662,500.
What number was that for?
It's 85 Sawyer, and she's 86, so it's directly. At 2,480 square feet, though, it is almost twice the size of mine. This is evidence that my property was overassessed and needs to be reduced. Okay, so now she gave 3 comps. So the first one is this 85 Sawyer Road. It's built in 1950, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, multifamily, 2,480 square feet, 0.32 of an acre, a third. And it sold in September of 2025 for $662,500. On the same street, there's another property, 73 Sawyer Road. It was built in 1950, and actually, all these houses are 1950, same year. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, single family, 1,528 square feet. It sold in July of 2023, for $570,000. And then her property, which is 86 Sawyer, is built again in 1950, has 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, so it is smaller bedroom-wise than 85 Sawyer. Smaller than 73 Sawyer, and it's smaller, I take it back. 73 Sawyer has 0.22 of an acre. Her property has 0.24, but the house is like 200 square feet smaller.
So she was a rental for a while. Has she updated her house? I mean, it was pretty dated.
Let's see. She did not say anything about any of the interior, being inferior. Wait, I take it back. She did say to me that her home, 86 Sawyer, is smaller than the other two, has had no renovations quite a while. She did not give me a specific time. Needs many repairs, but yet has a higher value than the other two.
Well, I mean, you have a sale in November of 25 at 143 Sawyer for 500,000, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,282 square feet. That's almost identical to her house.
Which, what number was that?
Number 143 Sawyer.
That was close to 500.
It closed for 500. Yeah.
We had a sale in July of 24. I know it's different. 765.
Yeah, and that one was completely redone. If I remember correctly, that was a flip. That was completely redone. Walls taken down, state-of-the-art kitchen, gorgeous, everything, completely different.
But the land is appraised about the same amount, though. It's actually a smaller piece of land. It's only not, taking out the value of the renovation.
But she does, so I guess the question is, the land assessed at the same amount taking out the house? Is that what
Yeah,
you're?
I mean, the land for that 1/3, the one that I'm talking about, the 765, 113 square is 0.19 acres.
Right, it's
629 for the land, 627 for her land, which is, slightly larger. It's not that much larger. The value's in the land, obviously.
In terms of market value, she compares very closely to 143 Sawyer. It sold for 500, in my opinion.
I was just looking at that, I was just looking at the inside picture, so I would say, yeah.
So it's sold for 500?
Yeah.
Okay, but again, the land is what's the value. It's not the home there. It's the land that's right.
Well, we're talking about market value, so how do we get there?
Even 143 Sawyer is 652, and what's that? How big is that piece of land? That's slightly. That's
0.22. I mean, 0.19 to 0.22 is like nothing.
Right. Oh, I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's
yeah.
similar. I mean, it's at least in the ballpark value. 500's nowhere near that value.
140.
Yeah, but if you look at that town value, it's 674, and then I get.
But that's what 627,300 as the property, not the home.
Oh, 627.
So, I mean,
But
it's
what do you say
land
about,
value.
right, but what do you say about 85 Sawyer, which is larger? And
Is that the two family?
so that is correct, you can't count that. All right, take that one
The other one
back.
closed in 2023, so that's too far out of the range.
I mean, we're talking about market value that,
Yeah.
there's your comp.
It's
November
weird. It's hard
25.
because, we've said all along, well, look at the price of this land and this land. But when you're looking at it sold, and that's the market value of that property and with a house on it, it's
Yep.
500. So,
Yep.
So you think at 674.5, that's it? There's no room for any,
no, we didn't say that.
okay, okay.
I mean, there was a sale in July, though. That was for 765. So-
But it,
But how big-
well, that was July
If you wanted
20,
it back,
that was
adjust
July
that
of
back.
24. Very different product.
Wait a minute now.
Okay, we'll do the time adjustment then.
Yeah,
How
but
big is
still,
it?
but still, that house can't compare to the subject property. It
The
just
land,
can't. This was
the-
completely redone, renovated
Do
to the nines.
Time adjustment on the land then.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about market value. We're comparing apples to oranges here.
Well, I
Totally renovated house, I mean, totally, right? That one's the totally renovated house?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
so,
It's just a house that does need some work. Yeah, I mean, I'm just.
if she
Tell me.
puts $200,000 in her home, she's still under the price that they got at 765. So,
But it's still a small house, though.
well, yeah, but the same
You
other
can't-
house is small.
You can't compare because we're talking about market value. No one is going to pay $764,000 for a house that needs a lot of work. They're not going to do it on Sawyer Road.
Especially when, if you were taking somebody out to look at it, it was house priced that way, like hers.
And they're going to say, well, that one was all redone. Why should I pay $764 for
Right.
this, house that needs a ton of work when that one was completely redone? We're talking about market value here.
And then if you look at comps, it said, well, give me some comps. I want to see if I should pay 700 and something. The comp is the one for 500.
Exactly.
They won't pay it.
I mean, and honestly, it's Tungus Hill. Let's remember that.
Yes. Where, yeah. So, I agree.
So if you say that 85 Sawyer was sold in September 2025, so that's within the limit.
143 Sawyer.
143 Sawyer.
It's 80, what is
83, 85 is that multifamily.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You're right. I'm gonna put that in so I don't say it again. You're right. Okay. All right, so you cannot compare them. What are you thinking here?
Well, you can make a motion to deny it, to accept her value. What was her value?
She,
For 550.
550?
yeah. And it's at 674 now. This is 51.
Considering that we have sales for 500.
She's asking for 500.
Either way, you have to say it.
No. No, the town's value is different. I thought this was that.
Even on her application, doesn't say 550?
No, it says 500.
Mine says 500 too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, so the value, so she wants 500?
Yeah.
We have a comp, so,
Right.
yeah, we have a comp, so.
Okay.
If it were me, I would be, you're gonna have to make the motion based on what she wants, and then people will decide whether or not they want to agree or not.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or you can say, well, I don't think so, I want to make it 550, and then it'll be granted
All right,
part.
you just make the motion. If you feel like there's it doesn't sound like there's any kind of
I mean-
grant part, so you can say, I make a motion to grant this to 500,000.
I say that if it were me making it, I'd probably make the argument that we have a comp at 500, so I would go for that. You don't feel like it's gonna pass, but you want to give her some relief, then you give another number.
Okay, let me see if I get this right. I move to grant the appellant's request, Correct. Okay, to reduce the appraised value of the property from 674,500 to
400.
400.
400.
500,000. We have the comp for it, so.
Now it's all in favor.
All in favor?
Right?
All opposed?
What did we decide?
So it passed.
Passed.
You, Elaine, you were affirmative, right?
Affirmative, yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next.
Okay. This is, okay, this is number 81. Darren Ledoux, Ledous, 207 Wood Road. Now, tell me if if it was changed at all. Okay, he has this broken down. What value do you have for this?
740, 900.
Oh, 740 is the town, and the ask is 286, 960.
969.
That's not what I'm seeing.
I have
No?
286,
What do you think,
969.
Chrissy?
Well, I just see that, I don't even see a total number. I see a separate number for land and improvement.
Yes, that's why I was asking.
But the two numbers that I see don't add up to 700 anything.
Okay, I have the town ask 740,000.
749,900 is what the field card
Okay.
says, 740,900.
Okay, that's not on this paper at all.
If I divide it by 0.7.
And then,
The sheet has the assessed value, so if you gross that up, then you get the 740,900.
And then he wants a value of,
well, now I'm concerned that maybe I don't have the right, it makes no sense that the ask value is 286,969.
Well, you would take that and divide it by 0.7 to get the appraised value, just so they were apples to apples. So it would be 226,969 plus 60 divided by 0.7, it would be 409,955, so 410, call it, I don't know. Unless we want to do 409,955.
Okay, so,
So just like, I just want to, so when
yeah,
you heard this appeal, you probably stated that this is 286, that he was asking for 286,
I'm
969.
hoping I did. Okay, I mean, I'm hoping I said that.
But it's probably just, that he was using.
So that's the
assessed
estimate.
value.
We're keeping that?
I would say, yeah, you gotta.
Oh, you have to keep the 2.
Yeah.
86?
Right, but we don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, fine.
So what is the requested amount?
Well, he requested 286,969, but I'm 99% sure that's the assessed value, not the appraised value.
Right, but so if you just.
It's
if you did the
409.
appraised amount for both of those would be 409,955.
Yes,
Is that what he's asking?
I assume so, because it looked like he did assessed to assessed instead of appraised to appraised.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, Darren came with his brother Chris, who did the talking. And this was the home that he grew up in. Okay, just to let you know about the neighborhood, he's in neighborhood 80, which is just over the border from 73.
east of North Benson.
Okay, thank you. His entire backyard is rock ledge. There is maybe a very little amount that has grass on it. And when you open up the slider in the back, it slides open to rock ledge. So there's really not much of a backyard. I'm not quite sure what this means. He said the footers of the house, and this sounds so bizarre, are stapled in to the rock ledge. Does this mean anything to anyone? It's just like they needed to
Anchor them.
anchor
Probably the
them.
Footings.
Yeah, they had to anchor the footings
The
into
ledge.
the rock ledge because there was no dirt. The front is a cliff and has rocks. So this, except for the house, it's filled with rocks and whatever. We did have some comparables. Okay, we had some comparables. This is what he said. The land is a rock ledge with the existing house carved into the ledge, sitting considerably lower than the rear lot line. The land is not flat, has a sloped rear yard and rock cliff at the front. Landscaping is limited, as is all rock beneath a thin layer of soil. Driveway has a significant pitch, does not fully align with the garage because it curves around a rock outcrop. And this house, this land cannot compete compared to flat lots which are in the area. And he says the condition impacts impact access for elderly buyers, safety for families. Now, in his neighborhood, according to him, many of the homes on the street that have been purchased, not all, but many, have been tear downs. So, you know, they buy the lot, they tear down the house, they put up a great house, and but his lot would not work for that because it's such a rocky lot that to tear it down, there's no way to build, according to them, a larger home. So
Right.
it's not a tear down kind of lot, for lack of a better word. So what he did say, and I do have comparables, a comparable property a short distance away accesses the same land conditions at 50% less than this assessment.
What number is that?
Okay, wait, I have
That's
it,
327 North Benson in there? Is that
I have an Ermine Street. I have a,
Number on your mind.
Ermine 20. Oh, yeah, I do. I have 327 North Benson. I do. And I also have, what is this, the North Benson? And he says the assessment also includes an error. It's according to, in the card, it says that he has hardwood flooring on the first floor. It's actually carpeted with plywood underneath. The dining room has parquet and the kitchen has a pergo laminate. And the finished raised basement floor, I'm wondering if this is a raised ranch.
Here's the raised range.
Okay, is entirely carpeted atop a slab, so he does not have a basement. Lastly, the community is not a walkable community, as both sides of the street lack sidewalks, as compared to other comparable properties. And there are photographs for all of this. Okay. So if we look at 20 Ermine Street, the building is 128,000. I have this right. Yeah, the building is appraised 128,300, but the land was appraised at 1,014,500.
How big is that land?
On Ermine?
Yeah. The bottom of the first page. Oh, it should be,
Oh, 20, no,
Right there.
Paulette, that's the lot on Ermine that's,
that area it has?
yeah.
Oh, that's not a good
That's-
count,
Okay.
because it's really two lots.
Oh, it's too
And
large.
that's 3 acres, that's 3 acres.
That's 3 acres.
He has here parcel total land area 1.47
No.
I mean, that's what this card says.
I know, but it's not right.
Yeah, and I would not use North Benson either. That's
Okay.
way lower. That's way down towards,
Okay, so
Barlow,
it's a
and I
nice
wouldn't
little
use
answer.
that.
All right, so 20 or mine is out. Forget that, people. Okay, how about 327 North Benson?
No.
No.
It's, like I said, that's near Barlow. I wouldn't use that either.
Okay,
Because the
well,
location's different.
hey, that's what he had. He had, those were the two he had.
Well, let me tell you something about this property.
Oh, please.
The description he gave you was absolutely 100% correct. The backyard is exactly the way he says it is. The front is so bad that when you go up it in your car, like you can't get, it's scary to get out. And that after, if you pull up I pulled it up on Vision in the field cover with the picture. If you enlarge the picture, you can see where that rock outcropping is, and it does. You can't go straight out that garage bay, you're gonna go right over the rock. It's a very difficult driveway to get in and out
Looking
of.
at the pictures that day.
So he's absolutely right about the land. Now, it looks like the house value was only $87,600, plus an outbuilding, whatever that is. But the land value is $647,300, and he has no adjustments for the condition of the land. And that's where I think that's where the problem is.
The land
It isn't the
adjustment.
house, it's the land.
Yeah, I would agree with
I
that.
don't agree that it's not a walkable neighborhood because there's hardly any cars
Okay.
on that street.
All right, my question
Totally
is,
walkable.
Yeah, walkable.
if the house was torn down, pretend.
You can't.
Okay, so then we have this valuable, in theory, piece of land that you can't do anything else with.
They'd have to, if somebody really wanted to do something like that, they'd have to build a raised ranch. Everything above grade, and have to deal with, anchoring the footings. And I don't think, nobody's gonna build a raised ranch today. We don't do that anymore.
No.
So he's right about the land. The land is way overvalued. They valued it like you would any flat parcel in that neighborhood.
Right, and that's really as.
And that's not really good.
It is, right now, it is a raised ranch,
No, it is, I know.
It's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths.
The way he described it is exactly what it is. He didn't embellish what's there.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do think he's worth more than 409.
Square foot of the land.
I think that's too low, 409.
Like his price per square foot based on the land on his appraisal is like $69, as opposed to the other two properties, which are $35 and $16. But that's because their properties are much larger and God knows what else. I think that's the argument he was making.
But his was appraised for more?
Yes,
'Cause it's
no, per square foot.
Right, I meant that, per square foot. Why would it be appraised more per square foot if you can't do anything with it? Okay,
There's economies of scale to having.
because they just
Okay.
they just do it. I mean,
All right, I was just,
So there are 4 sales on Wormwood. I mean, they're not right near him. He definitely looks like he should probably have a condition on there. But there was one in October of 25 that went for 900, same, similar size to his, slightly bigger than his land-wise, and house-wise. There was another one in September of 24 for 923, which is basically the same, about the same size as his.
but how's the yard, or,
Well, yeah, they look to be flat.
so it's really the yard issue.
All right, here's what I think he probably compares the most to, because I remember this lot at 540 Wormwood that closed in May of 25. And that-
541?
540 Wormwood. It closed for 607. So that had in fact, if you look at the aerial view, the backyard, 540. There wasn't much of a backyard, and it sloped down because the street behind it. Oh, what is that street behind it? I can't think of. The street Mayweed is right behind it, and I'd say that this was a problematic lot, and that sold for 607.
Yeah, but that was also an unqualified sale. I mean,
you know why?
Wait a minute,
Oh.
that was just that was an estate. That's why.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't mean that
It
you can't
sells.
use it. It was an estate. It was a trust. So it just had to go through probate. That's the only reason it was.
Oh,
a
yeah, it
trust.
is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath though, but I see it. Flat.
But that's probably I mean, all the other lots that sold on that street can't compare to his. I mean,
and it also says the
I
home
think
was demoed.
409 is too low,
Ah,
but 740
Oh,
is
they
too
still-
high.
okay, so. Let's pick a price.
So this one's for 609. Sold in January of 26, 609. So if we run it back, let's see.
There's also a
609?
June
I don't
of
know.
25 sale for 760.
But we're
Same
talking
road.
land or lot, or,
No, that's
2%.
that's the sale. Another one in 24 that was 917.
No, that's a completely different type lot. In fact, that that house was absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I think that was Terry Keegan's, Terry Keegan Jr.
Oh, yes,
Yes, it
you're
was.
right.
That was
Yeah.
Terry's house. That was
Yeah.
multiple bids, beautiful, absolutely done, completely done, and a great lot, beautiful backyard, patio, everything. Yep.
And the one I'm looking at is 685 Wormwood that sold in January of this year for 609,550. That's a colonial.
Why I don't.
Actually,
It's
that's what
showing
we've
up.
done, and that's got a nice flat lot. You can see like almost an aerial of how the lot is, and there's no issues on that lot. If you time adjust that backwards, it comes out to 596,820. But that's on a good lot.
What was that address?
685 Wormwood. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
685?
No, wrong street, sorry. Sorry, my mistake. Forget that. That does not have anything to do with this. My mistake.
Take a look at 540.
Okay,
I
I'm doing
am
that
right now. I see it. It's a little, is it a ranch?
540, here it is, 540. Yep.
1770
I mean,
square feet.
did you see that lot? That was a problem.
Yeah, yep.
And it sold for what, 607?
Yes.
So I see, this lot is,
I'm assuming as a tear down
it
though.
doesn't have much.
There's
Yeah, it's
nothing
a-
there.
It hasn't been torn down yet.
Said 25 grand list demo.
That's- The town is showing it as a vacant lot right now.
All right, so they paid 607 for the land, got rid of the house.
Still, it's not as bad, like, at least they have a front that you can use.
Right, I mean, okay, so we can agree maybe that the problem with this land, this property is the lot. It
Yeah.
is what it is, and you can't add a house, you can't expand the house.
No.
It is what it is.
Just what it is, yep.
Well, they should have an adjustment on the field card for
Right, there should be an adjustment on the field
There
card.
isn't one.
That's really where the issue is, it's not the house.
Exactly.
No,
Not the
they
house
never
at all.
said the house. I mean, the whole thing was this property, I think,
Yep.
as I understand it. So what do I do? What do we do?
We have to take the value that the assessor gave them, and we have to decide, okay, well, what do we think, how much do we think we should reduce it by? Then we have to recommend that the assessor does that.
I mean, everybody else, when they have ledge, is it a 20, is it 0.8? Is it, I don't remember what we.
Well, he's got the ledge in the back,
And the front.
and he's got that steep thing going up the front. And that driveway is bad, let me tell you.
And the house is literally glued into the rock. I mean, not glued. but-
That driveway is,
I mean, I think he has the house because he inherited it, honestly.
Well, what I would do is assume the two, and again, these are the appraised values here. The two parcels on either side of them, I'm assuming, because he's 207 Wormwood, this is 197 Wormwood, 223 Wormwood, and they both have 647, 300 as their value on their land.
Right next door has new construction on his, so
Yeah, I'm just talking about the land.
But
I mean, for sure, the 223 seems like a flatter lot. The 197 does show some sloping.
197 is 914,100, well, according to Zillow, but it's a much
I'm
bigger.
just talking about the land.
Oh, okay. Okay, lots
The
9,000.
lot, they have the lot at 647,300.
Right, if you reduce that to 80%, you get 517,840. If you add the dwelling back in, that's 93,600. That's a total value of 611,440.
That's
with an
exactly where I
80%
think he
discount.
should be,
Yeah,
because then he
20%
compares to that sale at 607.
I think that, I have to disagree because that lot deserves more than that. It needs to be lowered more than just 20%.
Well, actually, that's probably a good point, because the one at 540 Wormwood, it can definitely be a new construction. This can't,
This can't.
No, this one is what it is, correct?
yeah. And what about 25%?
If you go down to 75%, that gets them to 579,075.
Which is,
All right, I could do that.
What was that, what is that, that's at 75%?
75% discount on the land.
No, it's a 25%, right?
25% discount on the land, which means the land value would go down to 485, 475. You add back in the dwelling of 93,600, and that gets you to 579,075.
Yeah, because 409 is too low. It's too low. What's
Yeah,
just way
yeah,
too low.
409 is too low.
579 is,
647.
579, even.
075.
300. So, what's the house value, Chrissy, just the house?
93,600.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, but having the unfortunate experience of driving up that driveway and hitting that rock ledge, I have to say that, I wasn't there for him, but I was on that driveway. I would try to reduce that land to make it 65% good. There'll be a 35% discount. That takes it to 420 and change.
Yep.
Plus, then we add the house back in and it comes out to,
514, 345.
and I'm okay with that because that land is really, that's like one of the worst lots I've ever been on. It really has no usable backyard.
no, he says no, he opens this, I mean, I wasn't there, a sliding door, and it's like a foot of ledge.
Yeah, and that's it.
I mean, if it's that bad, should there be like another field inspection? Like, should they go out and look at this and really adjust the field card?
Well, if they go out, they won't do it.
They won't do
They'll
it.
give them another 5%. They're very stingy.
Round it up or just do 514, 345. I'm fine
Make it
with,
515.
Have we ever reduced anything by that much
Yeah.
in land?
Well, we haven't, but there are some properties where the assessors made them 50%, 60%, 40%. It all depends on what they were. So it's
Okay.
happened in town. It's just that we didn't do it.
Okay.
okay, can I go?
We've had people come in with some pretty crappy yards, and I don't know if we've made that kind of adjustment or even talked about it. But if I've never set foot on this property, so I will have to defer to the people who have.
I mean, I haven't been, I
I
did
have.
see the pictures, so I can,
It's bad.
I mean, I think they probably would have bought it.
I never wanted to go up. I went up there once. I never wanted to go up it again. That's how bad it was. I never wanted to drive the car up there again. Because you can't turn around and come down it. You have to back out.
Are we okay?
Come on, Neil.
Hi, I brought pizza.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we're gonna vote, but you can't vote. Okay.
Well, does anybody, I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm totally disagreeing.
Totally in disagreement. What do you
I
think?
mean, I think there should be an adjustment. I'm thinking the adjustment seems way too.
I was good at the 80%. I think 65 is a hard sell for me, but
When I see a house that's right next door that sold for one now, it's new construction, it says it was demoed for $1.3 million. I mean, he could do some remodeling in his home and easily sell it for, twice of what we're talking about and not,
I don't know.
but that's.
I can't, well, okay,
that's your opinion, that's fine.
that is your opinion.
He can remodel the inside of his house. It'll
Yes.
never be worth anything near the new construction is. And that, there will never be.
Never.
Unless there's a way to do it in the future. Right now, there isn't gonna be new construction on that lot.
No.
Yeah, not new construction, but he could remodel his home, go up, on it perhaps.
He still won't have a backyard, though. I mean, I'm just saying, he won't have a backyard,
And,
driveway.
if it works out where he can do that kind of a renovation, when he does, then it'll be worth whatever the town says it's worth, or, whatever somebody's willing to go for it.
And isn't that well, okay.
Whatever.
You guys just go, we could just make a.
Okay, well, whatever.
One time, so.
Because you're the one making the motion.
About this.
No, I don't. Okay, okay. I move to grant the appellant's request in part
Okay.
and reduce the appraised value of the property from, okay, could you give me the exact appraised?
740,900 was the town amount. And they asked for 286,969, and I thought 515 is what you're asking for?
That was the last thing that Chrissy figured out when I suggested that 35% drop. Helene, what do you really think? Helene?
I think I could go for the 579,075 because it is Wormwood. We just reduced something over in Tunx's Hill for close to this amount. So I think 579 would be. I'm more in favor of that.
That's 25% discount.
25% discount.
Go with that then.
Okay.
You're not gonna win anything.
Can we just say 579, we'll just round it? Okay, so grant the appellant's request in part and reduce the appraised value of the property from
740,900.
74,900 to 5,000,
579,000.
79,000.
579,000.
Okay, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? I'm opposed.
I don't think we've agreed on anything. I mean, just,
Did I hear that Neil just came in?
Yeah, exactly.
it's a good pizza. When you're ready for a break, it's worth it.
So wait, so that means there's an even number then?
Yes, there's,
Neil
I
did
couldn't
not
vote
vote.
because I missed that whole appeal.
So,
No, I'm
now,
saying.
yes, now there's
Oh,
6
yes,
people.
now there is.
All right,
You wanna
so
go home?
then I should go.
Well, you can stay, but you can go.
Well,
Yes. No, goodbye.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Thank you.
It's up to you, Helene.
yeah, it's up to you.
wait, is Neil staying or leaving?
You just got here.
Oh,
Can you bring me one?
I thought you were just like kind of covering as a favor to me because I
yeah,
couldn't
well,
be here on time.
I mean, my daughter would be happy if I weren't doing this.
I don't know then.
Since I just got here.
Yeah.
Definitely you should do that.
Have a party.
All right, okay, thank you, guys, I appreciate
All
it.
right, thanks, Amy, for coming on.
You're welcome. All right, I'll check in tomorrow again.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, number 152, it's, Raul, okay, I'm going to spell his last name. CHAKRAVARTTY, 85 Youngstown Road, Fairfield, Connecticut. Now, he was supposed to send in comps. I have my notes here, it says it's going to send in comps. And he did not. I have it here. Please send info to 2 Post Road, did not get info about that's right, he didn't get the date. But I specifically said you need comps, and he said he would send them. So, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
And we're sure that they're not online?
There's nothing
Nothing?
here. There's 6 pages.
Okay.
Okay.
So he said,
Did they attach it to, did you pull the file? Is it attached?
No.
Anything else?
nope, no, I have the files here. Nothing.
No.
And he was one of those people that never got the email, the letter, and I called him and he literally ran over. So, I'm going to read what he said because, now it's kind of hard. The town's value is $696,600. He feels the fair market value is $400,000.
Oh, at 468,092.
Oh. Okay.
And the sheet filled out, so.
Yeah, it's right here, 400.
So 400? Okay.
Well, what do you think?
That's what it says.
Where'd you get the 468 from?
The master list, that's where
So
all
let's just
the,
say for,
Well, he has 400. Okay, the town reappraised the value of the land, 6,600 square feet, at $324,000 in 2024. Then, in 2025, a year later, appraised it for $608,500. Almost double. So in a year, depending on when it was appraised.
That was 5 years ago.
Really, it's not really a year, it's every 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so he said 2024, but it was really 2020.
Yes, because that
Okay.
number doesn't change throughout the
Okay.
5-year period.
So in that 5-year period, the land doubled. I don't know if that is that common?
Been a few of those. Lots of those.
Okay.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's not.
Okay. This is what he wrote. This is unreasonable and gross overappraisal for such a small plot of land. Furthermore, assessment does not take into account the old roof, no central air, no garage, and other issues with the buildings on the small plot. The $300,000 increase in appraised value in 1 year. It's not one, we now know it's 5, but it's not reasonable, fair, or remotely accurate. So,
Yeah, I'd run right out and pay $700,000 for this.
you would?
No.
Oh. It is a small land, small house. Sadly, it's a split level. No air conditioning, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
where is Youngstown Road?
No, Youngstown Road is off of, Youngstown, how do I get there? I go in off of, Burroughs. Yeah, Burroughs. Yeah, it's Burroughs, because that would go up to Black Rock Jumpers, so you
Oh,
go up
yeah, it's
Burroughs.
Black Rock.
Yeah, you went up Burroughs.
Okay, it's,
Comes out closer to Tungus Hill, but you can go in from both.
ow. Is it, according to this, and let me see, it's, I'm going to find the land, is it 0.15 of an acre?
Yeah.
Okay. 0.15 acre, the house is 1,100 square feet. He cannot add a garage. Has no garage, there's no way, according to him, that he could add a garage to this. So it's a garageless house. It's a mid-60s split, and this is what he put, almost every lot on that near neighborhood is the same, has no modifications because of the lot size. He does have a shared driveway additionally, so he does not have his own driveway. And then on the other side of his house is about 10 feet, and then the neighbor. His house needs a new roof as well, and it is not modernized at all. Somehow Laura's name is. Okay, so the hard part, I guess, and is that there are no comparables to this one, but you know the street. And would you say he's rather accurate?
On, what, the lots and everything?
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. The lots are around the same size, I think, most of them. But there have been houses that have been enlarged on that street.
But up,
What's
right?
his lot?
I think it's .15, isn't it?
Yes. .15 acres.
Not all, but
I mean,
Some
on his
point
main
two.
point of
Found one.
the land, I just randomly plucked 97 Youngstown and 84, just because they seem number close-wise. They've all increased 90%, 88%, just the land. So
It's
it's,
value.
yes, it's not, I don't
In
think.
5
his-
years.
Yes, I don't think his was inequitable. Now, we can argue the merits of whether Youngstown deserves to see an 80%
Right.
increase, but it's not that his was inequitable to the others.
No, I see, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Equally unfair, if that's,
Right.
And there was a sale in August of '24, and, a little old, but for 889, but that, that land was just, short of a quarter acre. So definitely.
What year did
larger.
it sell
Right,
though?
A little larger, for sure.
Yeah, but that was,
But the land,
but that was before the reassessment.
No, it's during the.
well, yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it's a
Well,
few
it's right
months
before-
early.
yeah.
but it's
2020.
close
Okay.
enough.
but the question is when they bought it, the land hadn't increased that much in value as that. No, I mean, I'm asking you.
It's hard to say because, they say, well, it's October to October, 24 to 25.
Yeah.
But that's not really true because you go on the assessor's website, you'll see they went into 2023, 2024.
Oh.
Somehow they manipulate the numbers. So
Mhm.
you can't say that that's not in that period because we would probably look at it and say, well, it's close enough.
Same as the appraisals that we see where they'll find one that's a little bit older,
But how big was that house?
2,200 or 2,100 square feet
Yeah,
for that
bigger.
one that sold for.
No, this one, 1,100.
Oh, I thought you were asking about.
No,
this.
no, no, no.
The one that closed in 2024 was actually 27, almost 2,800.
Really?
Yeah.
I always
I
said
see
over
20.
So it was over double the
This is
size.
colonial.
Colonial, it says
Here
2,100
it is,
square
right
feet
here.
on the field card.
30 Youngstown?
That sold in
Is that what I
August
have?
of 24.
But the MLS says 27.
The MLS says 2792 square feet plus a finished basement, but I kept that out of it. It's out to 3214.
The field card says
And that's 4 bedrooms, 4
20. I didn't
baths.
know he would.
So it's like almost 3
Something's
times.
not right. That's 30
So
Youngstown?
now that populates, just so you know, that part of it, when you go on MLS, when you put a listing on, that populates directly from the town.
This says 3 bedrooms.
When? And then we're talking
Oh,
about,
3.5, I'm sorry. 3 bedrooms, 3.5, 3.5 baths.
30 Youngstown. Well, 4 bedrooms, 4.5, that's
Wow.
Totally different.
Oh, here it is. Plumbing record list, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths. There are 4 bedrooms and 4 full baths. 1 bedroom is
There's
on
a
the
garage
first
with a
floor.
studio and bath.
Oh, okay.
Above garage.
Got it.
What did you say?
And it says there's a garage with a studio and bath.
Yeah.
So that's probably what it's
It's not.
counting.
All right, so it's not at all.
This has solar panels.
I mean, look, and if you look at it,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks more substantial, doesn't
It
it?
is much substantial. It's much bigger.
Right.
Inside looks like, I mean, we call this top of the line, but it's not really nicely updated.
You can see that we can.
Yeah, basically a nice house. Come on with it. And here's the layout. It shows you, here's the layout of the first floor. You see that 4th bedroom here.
I see, okay, that's part of it.
Well, there's no way I'm getting it for him. That's the ask. And in fairness, he really did not give a lot of information.
No, he did not. I mean, it is true, I did say to him, you need to give me some comps. I did. Now, why didn't he? I cannot.
Probably because he didn't know how to get them.
Maybe. I mean, it's more
He
complicated.
could have asked people, but he didn't. And this is a split, and that was a clean.
He paid $350 in 2015, so, yeah.
Second, 400.
Either way, yeah.
Okay, so I guess the question is, do we just say it's 696 and make it a day? Do we believe that having such a large increase in 5 years from 324 to 608, 5 years, that's a little less than double.
I don't have that, so without doing
The
a full
average-
analysis, it's
Well,
hard to
The
know.
average was 65. He's way over that.
All right, so,
But,
Overall or for land?
I'm talking overall. But he didn't give us the comps. And so how do we, when did he say, because we don't know, like, is there something wrong with his land that we would say, well, we need to give it a discount? Because I didn't hear that.
Well, the land was so small, he can't add a
It's
garage.
like pretty flat.
He could,
I'm just telling what he told
let me see,
me.
could he add a garage? It all depends. It may not be that it just, it could be, there could be a lot of reasons why he can't add a garage. And if he got a variance, maybe he could. Of course, I always say he'd have to get it first, so I'm not gonna go there. But I don't know that we have enough information to grant in part. What kind of a part do we give him?
All right, so then we,
I think we just go on.
You make the motion, Rick, for what he's asking for, and then we.
Yeah, you make the motion for what he's asking for, and then we decide.
and then if he wants to go to court
He can go to
because
court.
he didn't have any of it, he.
I doubt that's gonna happen, but he can
Come
go to
back
court.
Come back next year.
Yeah.
Yes, it counts.
Okay, so let's see if I could do it.
Okay.
I make a motion to grant the appellant's request to reduce the appraised value of the property from $696,600, is that correct? To $400,000.
Okay,
All in favor?
closed?
Opposed?
I held it up.
This is harder. This is hard. They went up, I didn't know what it. Okay. Well, number 332, Shane Steinman.
332?
332. 26 Nutmeg Lane. The town's value is $841,434,000. And the ask is $780,000. Okay, I'm going to remember this one. Okay, these are the reasons for the appeal. His year after year, his land has increased significantly higher than the neighbors. He's on a cul-de-sac. Than the neighbors on the cul-de-sac with connecting land. Somehow, where his house is on the cul-de-sac has gotten greater increases than the other people. When he compared houses in similar neighborhoods were assessed at a lower price per square foot. Market trends. House was purchased a year prior from validation data asking price. 11.5% increase is high for a year in the house. Let me get that.
It's making his house his
Sounds like he
his
was
best
only-
comp. Saying that
It
his
sounds like he was only in the house for a year.
Yeah, and
Does
then,
he say, I don't know the closing date.
We're on it September 16th, 2024,
September 16th of 2024.
That much?
7:55.
okay, it says, recent sales in the same neighborhood, which was 80, were priced a lower price per square foot when compared appraised value to livable space and land size. The current home systems, the hot water heater, the boiler, the air conditioning, the windows are original or well past. Okay? Now, this is a very interesting, I found this,
What did you say?
7:55.
okay, so do you have all the pictures like these?
Online?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, it
So-
says here he's paid. I'm looking at it, this is 26 Nutmeg, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing that sale price as, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I said the wrong. Sorry.
Okay, so if you look at that first
Paid
picture,
for it.
see the picture that says land appraisals? Okay, his house went up 92%, a house two over went up 87%. One next to him went up 54%. Now, if you look at the end of the cul-de-sac, this is town-owned property. Do you see that line? Town-owned property that is unmaintained and overgrown on our property. The town, he has called apparently over and over, he called every single person you could possibly call. They will not maintain that property. There have been coyotes and bobcats living on that property. And actually, if you look through the pictures, there are pictures of them and they've kind of walked over into their yard. But the town will not and he has no idea why the town even owns that piece of land. Isn't that crazy?
There could be. I don't know, maybe there's.
Well, you think they can maintain it, they can get rid of the garbage, they could maintain the shrubbery.
It looks like it's overgrown, I don't.
They will not, if you look, this is what, turn the page, this is what, look.
Okay, but
Right, I see
Anyway.
that, but
it's unfortunate, but he also should have bought it. So, I mean, it wasn't like that would
Well,
have been.
he didn't real, okay. Anyway, there's a paper road that goes through the cul-de-sac, but it's pretty unsightly. And the town will, so what happened was finally, apparently somebody owns some other land there that would do nothing either, so he just took it upon himself, clear the land, planted shrubs, put in rocks, because the town would not do anything. I mean, my thing is if I had a land next door and neighbor wouldn't take care of it, should.
Did you
Okay.
just take what he bought it for in September of '24 and time adjust it to
I mean, I'm
that
just,
October first date? You get the 803, 466.
I got 803, I just rounded it to 803.
803, yeah, so.
Actually, no, wait a minute, I didn't get 803, I got 800,300.
Because you just did 1 year. I think he's doing it exactly to
I
the months.
compound it, my calculator
Compound, what
compounds
is
it
this?
after a year.
What are we, in interest?
Yeah, well, but that's how this,
What, if he paid 755, right?
times 1.06. and then that additional
$7.55 he
month
paid.
gets half a percent on top.
and yes, the appraised, he said the appraised value
September to October.
was 841,430.
I mean, we're talking about $1,000
Yeah,
here or
exactly.
there, it's just different math.
Well, I just hate to see the town get more money than they deserve. Because if you think about it, it's only $1,000, but how many houses are there in Fairfield?
Right. Okay.
But that's okay, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and figure it out again, so.
It matters when you're doing it for more than, over more
Cumulative.
than like 13
Cumulative.
months, it starts to matter.
Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. That's all right, 803, I'm fine.
803.
Does that make sense? I mean, it's,
Yeah, that makes sense, because he bought it, it's his own comp.
Yeah.
It's just a time adjustment, so there's no reason to even go on. What he did, all that nonsense, it doesn't matter. He bought it,
All right.
and it's a year later, and this is what we're saying for everybody else. It goes up 6% or a little over.
Right, so if you look at the comps of 30 Nutmeg Lane and 40 Mayfair, this is the smaller of the three. And the price per square foot is higher, but I know there's a per square foot thing that I totally don't get. But I can acknowledge that. And he does have 5 comps. There, and his is, for the size of his property, it's raised way higher. So,
I think he would agree.
yeah, that.
okay, does anyone have any other questions? Okay. So I'm going to grant, I'm going to make a motion to grant the appellant's request in part and reduce the appraised value of the property from, is it 841, 434 to 800. Oh, all in favor? Stressful, you're a numbers guy.
Still
Listen.
don't vote.
Almost
Present.
done. And I'm going to take a break. Okay, 800, oh. This is the sad one. Not a sad one. Okay, this is number 383, Patricia M. Raftery, 21 Allen Road, Fairfield. This is level. It's, town value $722,400, and the ask is $695,000. Okay, her reason is, based on the sale of 5 split levels with 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms that were sold between July and December of 2025, and the estimated market value of my house property listed on several real estate websites, I'd like my assessed value and appraisal reassessed. Okay, and she does have a spreadsheet that is here. Okay, and it's, see that spreadsheet? Okay, so she is 21 Allen Road, split. She compared it to 12 Sugar Plum Lane, 30 Karen Street, 293 Barry Scott Drive. That's my house. 526 Wilson Street and 161 Bryan Drive. This house, 21 Allen, which is the house we're talking about, is the smallest per square foot. Small size, they're all splits. What's 0.36 of an acre in square feet?
So under a quarter acre.
Okay. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know where the lot size fits in, because some go by square feet and some go by acre. The year is similar. Take that back. Theirs is 1960s, there's a 59, a 53, 58, and a 60.
I mean, the gap between recent sale price and current appraised value is very difficult to wrap my head around.
Sorry, say that again, recent sale
This
price.
house sold in December of 2025 for 561, and the town currently has it appraised for 746.
Well, there you go, there's their error.
But that's, a lot of these seem.
Yeah, a lot, they are.
590s,
Yep.
appraised at 736. Like, what is going into that 700 number? What other,
They picked, they do it, they don't do it by market value. And that's our job, to find fair market value. They do it by an algorithm, they manipulate and adjust the numbers, they use a system to get what they want. And this is what they want. If you had him in here and asked him how he got that number, I don't think he could tell you.
I mean, I'd have to look up the field cards unless they did major renovations in a month, but.
I could look.
No, it doesn't matter anyway. If it's sold for that price in that time period, that close to the reval, like, it closed in what, October or September?
December.
December.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's even beyond.
Yeah.
So that's the market value. It's not what the town says. It's what it's sold for that makes it the market value.
Do you think these are good comps?
No, the last two, what were they? Karen, not Karen.
Wilson.
Wilson and Bryan?
Wilson and Bryan are on the other side of town. This is off of Windsor, which is kind of off of North Benson.
Isn't it all, it's across
Just
from
across
Osborne Hill?
Yep, right.
All right, so Wilson and Bryan are
I
not
would
good.
not use.
I think she picked, I know why she
She was
picked.
trying to pick split levels. That's
Well,
what.
right, she didn't,
Which was a good idea.
yeah. Okay, let's see what she says. Her comps are similar style and size, built around the same time frame. Some are larger, some are renovated, but all sold lower than the appraisal of her property. Okay? But I don't see that. Oh, here we go. That's not really true for,
Yeah, Karen Street was the most expensive one, and that sold for 715. She's currently appraised at 722.
well, she has two columns. One is sale price, and then she has current appraisal. I'm not quite sure what the difference is.
Because she's telling you what the sale price is, and she's telling you what the town's appraisal is.
Right, but
That's
she
totally
didn't
different.
tell us her sale price, because I don't even.
Oh,
When did she buy it?
Yeah, why don't you tell us?
About in 20. Oh, but no, it
No, it
was a
doesn't.
family transfer. It goes back to
It
97.
doesn't matter.
So then it doesn't count. But if you look at the okay. And if you look at the exception of the two that we can't count,
I'm gonna also just say that Sugar Plum Lane one is qualified sale, so.
Wonder why.
so now we're down to two, right?
Well, we don't know why it would.
Like I said, they
It's
like
also a
to say
much
that.
bigger house than
It is,
100 square.
yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of trees. But it counts.
Well, because Wilson Street would be a good one, but it's wrong locale.
How big is her house?
House is 9,500.
of the
No,
land.
that's the land.
Oh, sorry, 1,648.
No, she's 1,035.
Really?
21 Allen.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Yes, I was looking at the wrong.
So-
The Karen Street one is pretty comparable.
Which one, Karen?
Karen Street, pretty comparable in terms of land and size.
135. So it is smaller, correct? Lot size is,
Bigger, she's got more land.
right, it's bigger than Karen. I don't know, Barry Scott. Isn't half an acre is probably more than that, correct?
There's more than what?
It's 0.54 acre, an acre more or less than 9,000.
It's more.
So she has a smaller house and smaller lot than Barry Scott. Barry Scott also has a,
That was also,
oh, and it's unqualified.
Yeah, but like 12 Sugar Plum, it's like anytime it's sold by like a builder or an LLC or something, it's unqualified.
That's not
Was that
unqualified.
listed, was that MLS listed, 12 Sugar
Let
Plum?
me see.
Because it was sold
Why
by
do I-
Sugar Plum LLC.
Probably was. Let me see. Sugar Plum, huh? Let me
Like,
go back. Come on.
because if it was like on the market for a period of time and sold, then I don't.
I mean, I'm looking at some here on Barry Scott, it just says 10/3/25 on, well, all of them in list are unqualified, but starting in 10/3/25, and it was transferred again 10/20/25, and then transferred again 12/1/25. All in the
They're all
same,
weird.
all the same,
What was that address on Sugar Plum now?
12.
Does have the original cabinets, so, and tile, porch on deck, no heat, 3 seasons. Wetland restrictions also on 1 quarter.
Allen?
Yeah.
Here's Sugar Plum. 12 Sugar Plum. 725. 29 for 11 days. Listed by Ravis and sold by Ravis. And that's the where this is qualified.
11 days. Market's not unusual.
No, not today. Let's see what it says for the back of it. We're on the market, we're on the market, yeah, we're on the market on 7/3.
Has had any,
Actually, though, see, that's not right. It was originally, we're on the market at 5/28/25. And it closed in, so we're on the market at the end of May and closed at the end of July. So that's almost like 2 months. So that's plenty of time. That closed for 6/4.
Number, which one is 6?
12 Sugar Plum.
664.
This has no backyard.
Oh, yeah, 664. I see it. Does it have wetlands? Because apparently the Ellen Road is 1/4 of it is wetlands.
Did they give show a map?
I have to go into a different, I have to go to the town website to show that now.
Oh,
It's not the MLS that way.
so it does need renovation. If we're talking home versus land, apparently it does need cabinets.
I'm sorry, you mentioned that I did get it.
So listen, I'm not disagreeing about the unqualified sales, but it seems to me that all the unqualified sales seem to be coming in super low. And, I mean, so there's gotta be something behind that. And so I would like some clarification on how they determine it, like what.
Well, that one on Sugar Plum that we're talking about, that's sold for what, 660 something, right? I don't think that's that low. It's a split level that needs some work and it has no backyard. So I don't think that was that bad. I don't see any wetlands on that property.
Okay, I don't know okay,
And 30 Karen Street sold for $715.
so I'll get rid of that wetlands comment.
Pretty close to.
It says wetland, I'm just gonna repeat what she said, wetlands restrictions.
On 1/4 of the, 1/4 of the,
I'm just telling.
Doesn't show up on.
It doesn't show it unless,
Okay.
I mean, that the map could be wrong. If she called conservation, they may have told her that there's a problem, but it's not
Yeah.
showing up.
Okay,
I can't verify that.
no, I get it, yep. Okay, anyone else have anything else they'd like to say?
I don't think so.
Nothing compelling?
I mean, I feel like she gave us the comp at 7:15.
That was what, Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and if, I don't see anything wrong with that comp, so I would be okay with that. It's not that far in distance.
I mean, but the town has her at 722, so we're
I'm looking at the wrong one, I'm sorry.
$7,000, which I guess is better than a poke in the eye.
Recruits are coming back.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
but-
Right.
But it's only, it's 20,000 more than what she wanted, but 15,000. So we're actually kind of almost meeting it in the
Splitting
middle.
the difference.
Okay, I'll go for it. You can vote no, and I could. I move to, request to reduce the appraised value of the property from 722,400 to 722,400 to 715,000.
The grant part.
To grant in part, okay, I'm gonna do it again. I move to grant the appellant's request in part, reduce the appraised value of the property from 722,400 to 700.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Okay.
Okay. This is the last one, people. Remember this one? Oh, another sad one. Okay, this is number 485, Anna Villalba, Villalba, 821 Black Rock. 485? 485?
485.
Okay, so, town's value is 613,900. Does everyone have that? Is that correct? She wanted to change it, so, she wanted to change it to $285,000.
I have 385.
Right, but But somehow she said to me then, she wanted to change it. Okay, her reason for appeal, the house needs to be fixed, roof, bathroom, kitchen, etc. And needs new furnace. Now, the woman got divorced. So in order for her to get the house from the divorce, this was appraised. And it was appraised by a person named Joseph Anania.
He's around the block.
Okay, and he appraised it February 1st, 2020. So it's 2 years. So, I don't know, are the pictures in the file? I mean, they're totally black here, so I can't really
I don't have it.
see. Okay, but
The picture
they're
is
just,
black.
right, they're black, right?
Yeah.
Wait, do we know, what did the appraisal come in at?
Yep, the appraisal, that is what I believe the appraisal came in at. Came in at 295 2 years ago. It's pretty much a little more than 2 years ago. And if you have it, it's on the supplemental addendum. You can see it on the top. And then it says value of the subject. The value of the subject as of 2/1/24 is determined to be $295,000. And I will read this, though. It says, the client for this report is Anna Marie Villalba. The intended user of the report is Anna Marie Villalba for divorce purposes only. So I don't know if that matters. It's if somebody who evaluates, does it matter? I can't tell you that or not. Apparently, any other use of this has to be approved by the appraiser. I'm just reading
And
that.
did he approve it?
I don't know because I didn't read that part. I'll be honest with you. I can't say yes or no.
And he compared it to 305 Old Stratfield Road, 111 Berwick Avenue, and 77 Jarvis Court. No, I'm unfamiliar with.
I know the first one. I don't know the other two. Do you know any of them?
Yes. I
And,
know all of them.
okay.
Here's the problem with Jarvis Court. I believe Jarvis Court is restricted, it's a kind of a low-income housing thing. And they're only allowed to sell it for a certain amount of money. I don't know the exact amount, it's a percentage. They can only sell for so much, even though the market value might be 500,000, they can't sell it for 500.
Right, and then they have to find a
They have to get a buyer that's qualified. that qualifies
money-wise
to-
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yep. So we can't use Jarvis Court. The other two we could use, Berwick and Old Stratfield would be okay. Both are, Old Stratfield's not that busy.
Is that off of Blackbird?
Old Stratfield,
Up there?
it's not to sell.
Okay, so while you're doing this, can I read about, she moved in 1995 approximately. It's a 1925 house. It is a very busy and very noisy street. And as I told you, it was appraised by Joseph Anania. The basement, okay, I can't talk about legality here, but basement has a bathroom, which was put in 20 years ago for her son. There's a shower there, which I don't know if it's usable or not, but it is cracked. The house needs a new roof. And 8 years ago, whoever did the roof put shingles on top of the shingles instead of ripping off shingles. So even though the roof is not leaking, it's very wavy. A repair person came and said a new water heater was needed. It was just checked in November. The inside of the water heater is corroded. And I don't know if we have that picture, but she did show me. Whoever came to look at the water heater actually took a picture inside the pipes. See that it's corroded. So to replace it or repair it would be over $10,000.
For a water heater? I don't
This
think
is-
so.
Well, I'm just telling you
Yeah,
what,
that's her idea.
I don't know, it says over 10,000 because the only thing I could think of, and I can't speak to it, I mean, I don't know the cost of things, so when she said that, I said, unless it involves more than the water heater. I mean, listen, all I can tell you is what you said. The driveway needs to be replaced. The driveway needs to be replaced. Oh, because the neighbor's tree roots go through her driveway and it's lifted up her entire driveway. The roots. She needs a fence, but the neighbor would not let her put up a fence.
Paulette, can you buy anything in Fairfield for $280,000?
Well, no. No, I thought that was, no.
I mean, that's a crappy location, but still, not 285,000.
What's,
I don't even know. Could be Jennings, could be McKinley. Percent a year,
so some comparables
Yeah.
she gave me were 99, looking at this, 99 New England, 378 Castle, 166 Cedar, which is currently for sale. I mean, even so the house really has, since 95 when they moved in, they've done no renovations, none, apparently. How could this guy put that at such a low?
I don't know,
It doesn't seem,
Well, I think that one of the problems is to do that for a divorce,
you do it differently?
you do it differently because she's trying to keep the house. So he keeps the value low so that she doesn't have to pay as much to whoever she's divorcing.
Oh.
That's usually what happens. That's probably why it came out so low. But I don't know for sure. And he did say that that's to be used for that and for nothing else. So I think.
I did not see, I mean, honestly, I didn't read
But-
through the appraisal.
I do not see that something at that location, I didn't look it up on MLS, I was just looking at the appraisal. I have a hard time believing that it's worth $613,000. I'd have to look at MLS to see that, which I'll do now, but I don't think
That does
something
seem
at
an
that
awful lot.
location would be that much money.
And it needs a lot of repairs, whether or not you pay that amount of money for a hot water heater or not, it still requires. Actually, hot water heaters are a lot of money.
Not that much money.
$10,000.
Price has gone up, but I don't think they went up that much. 3,000 maybe. I don't know.
Well, you have to also pay for labor.
Oh, that's what,
Yeah?
yeah, if you bought it on your own, it would be cheap.
But who's gonna put it in the water?
You have cold water?
It's one of those good ones where you never run out of hot water.
My wife.
Not this way, you. You leave that thing, you leave that hot water running all day, go to work, come back home at night, it's still hot. If you can't afford the bill, if you do it.
The one number, okay, here's 6. Here's 33. 33, but
Yeah, it's not that much.
Okay, if you went into Zillow. Oh, did you look it up on Zillow? 820 Boulevard?
I don't use Zillow.
I know you don't, but I mean, I don't have the choices. Very little. Two bedrooms, two bathrooms. I mean, it looks 1925.
How big is it, 1,000 square feet, you said?
Yeah, about that.
It's on a small lot, right?
6,500.
21.5.
And it's, 3 bedroom?
Two.
Oh, this one is 2 bedroom, 1 bath. A little bit smaller.
Okay.
Closed in 2025 for 320,000. 30,000 under the asking price, which is rare these days.
Wow.
633 Black Rock Turnpike. Well, not that far away from this. This is in not good shape, though. I don't know what kind of shape. Hers is in, but this is really
Right, no,
bad.
this one's not in
This
great
is in
shape.
really bad shape.
No, a lot worse than this one.
Oh, I don't know what that one looks like.
Here it
Pictures
is.
were dark, but.
It's in bad, she said nothing has been done
That
since.
little
they-
thing is the house?
Yeah,
Oh, my
Yes.
God.
yeah.
Now, this one probably isn't much different. All right, so that's 350. Now, that was 2025. That's 11, 14, 25.
Yeah, here it is, that is the house.
This little couple here is bigger.
And that house you're looking at's bigger?
No, now I'm looking at 144 Black Rock Turnpike. A little closer down, it's further away than her, but this one closed for 475, but this is a 4 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,175 square feet
Oh.
on a similar lot.
Yeah.
Then we have 121 Black Rock Turnpike, which is 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, and that's 1,312 square feet, and almost a quarter acre, and that's sold for 420. So
This house
it's
doesn't
not
have,
420, it's not 475,
Sale at 873, did we talk about that? Black Rock Turnpike?
873, wait a minute. 44, no, I didn't see that one.
That's April of
4225.
When did that sell?
April 2nd.
what's,
I wonder
Here,
if it
give me
wasn't on
the number.
MLS, because it's not in here.
give me the number, please. What's the address, Bob?
873.
Black Rock Turnpike. Oh my God. 490. Well, look at the outside. Are you talking about this one here? You know, it has a pretty front door? It looks like
I
it's,
don't see that.
well, if it's 873 Black Rock Turnpike, it's not a bad looking house.
This is 1,434 square feet.
Yeah.
Bedroom, 1 bath.
Look at it.
Seven size lot. Seven size lot. It looks like. Oh, this is a lovely one.
Isn't that nice? I could live there.
It looks much nicer than hers.
Oh, it sure does. I mean,
Yeah, this
hers-
has been somewhat.
So, I mean, but what all of this tells us is that there's no way her house is
Right, so wait,
613.
no, it's- right, so, nor is it worth 2 whatever, but it's certainly not
No.
worth 13.
well, if you cut, I mean, I did some math, but still, if you do the difference in 613 and her ask at 285, it's still too little. It's still 328.
Yep.
I mean, so even if you
Well,
split the
400.
difference,
That one, now I gotta go back again.
well, her original request was 385. I think she went down to that because what the appraiser put. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that,
I understand the sentimental value behind the number.
yeah.
No one's taking that number seriously.
I kind of like the one that, I gotta go back and find it again now, but I kind of like the one that I pulled up. It was 350, because it looked a lot like what hers looks like. I mean, you can only see the outside, but, certainly didn't look that good. This one doesn't look much
And
better.
I think that this house we're talking about needs a total gut renovation. It needs everything. Nothing has been done since
Well,
1995.
and it's valued mostly on the land. And this 548 property, the house and I guess the garage
Yeah, that's in back.
is 65,000.
This It's the kind of house that can be knocked down and you could put something pretty, well, I don't know if you live in that
In
neighborhood.
that location, you might not. Here's
Yeah.
here's one that didn't sell.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, no, to the, I'm sorry, I thought it expired. When did it expire?
All right.
599, that was.
You have an idea of what you think?
I like that 350.
In the low fours somewhere.
I think that 350 number was a really good comp.
Which one? I'm sorry, say that number
Oh,
again.
I'm trying to find it now.
That was the only one in the 300s.
Yeah, everything else
So it
was
was in
higher.
the 400s.
That was a little bit smaller than hers. So I would
Oh my
be willing
God,
to
even
say,
smaller.
yeah, I would
Okay.
be willing to say 375. Based on the condition of the house and the location.
Does anyone else have a
Not good.
thought on this before I bring it up? Peter, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go for that low.
What's your thought?
I mean, maybe with that sale at 490, I know that house is a little bit bigger, but I
That house
wouldn't
is
say at
sort of redone
490.
on the inside.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 490, but, I think 375 is still. But make the motion.
Okay, I'm going for it. What the heck, right?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Just based it on,
For 390, I'm not gonna. If you want to pull the group first, because
I'm not-
it's not gonna,
I'm not gonna pass it.
not
what?
gonna 390, and then she's gonna be.
it's not going to pass at
No,
390?
I'm a no at 390.
Peter's a no. Are you guys kidding me? Are you looking at what it looks, I mean, really?
Wow.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't buy that
seriously.
house for 390.
What
Knowing it needs-
number do you think is good?
So it's one of the low fours at least. I mean, I see a 3 handle and
There's nothing in
you're
here.
not buying any, I'm sorry, you're not buying anything in
Well, you guys would know, I always sell real estate all day, but please make your motion in the fours. What would I know? I just do it for a living, but please go ahead.
We can have an opinion on it. That's what we have. That's
I
all we-
would
That's my
never
feeling.
buy this house for 3. They could give me this house, I probably wouldn't want it, but.
I don't have a problem with people's opinions, but when looking at comps, looking at a comp for 350 and we're jacking it up because her house is bigger, but similar condition, sold in 2025, I don't see why we're thinking that it's worth a hell of a lot more than that. That's why I lose my patience. It's not because I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry that I was so aggressive about that.
You were a little aggressive there.
Because the rest of it is just conjecture. I think it's worth this. Well,
It was the only one under 400.
so what? It's one.
Everything else that we saw that
But was it
remotely
nicer?
comparable. was-
That's my thing. If it's nicer, then we have to consider that, but, hey, listen,
Right.
it's not my house. I'm not paying the taxes.
Right, but the flip side of that is though, if it fails, then she's at 650.
She's, right, she's not gonna, she has no money. I mean, I know this woman has no money to do anything.
I understand that.
Listen.
It's not, I know, we can't get into that. I know, you're right.
That's not our
I know.
consideration.
That's not my problem.
Yeah, that's not our problem. She has no money. That's really, we can't really consider that.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever. You better make a motion in the fours or the lady's gonna get.
No, we got it,
railroaded
we have
into
to do this because we have to move on.
Put it in the fours or she's gonna get railroaded into paying that for that 6 something.
Okay, I move to
And
grant the
extortion.
appellant's request in part and reduce the appraised value of the property from, on here, 613,900, which I believe, to 405,000. Oh, I have to say something else. All in favor?
Paulette, are you not?
I'm not voting. I'm abstaining because I refuse to go with that number.
I'm opposed.
Okay.
Tried to pick.
And then you're,
So wait a minute, what happens then?
So it's 405.
Passes or it doesn't pass?
3-1-1.
Passes at 405?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're passionate. I do like that about you. Okay, guess what? I'm done. I don't have to think.
Get it together.
All right, why don't we take a break here?
Okay.
Thanks, Dell.
Good job,
Thanks,
Adele.
Bob.
Okay, I am never,
so the first appeal is 796.
In your online database, right? No.
Scan.
Yeah, right.
All right, so 796. This is 203. 203 Lovers Lane. This is Danielle and Kyle Astle, A-S-T-L-E. Rob Russo was the all right. The town is asking for 842,000, or valuing it, the property at 842,516. The appellants are asking, they revised their ask to 585,000.
585,000.
Yeah. All right, so this is 11,040 square feet living area.
11,000.
Or sorry, 1,140. Yeah, seriously.
I was like, that's a bargain.
I'm getting this.
So, sorry about that. All right, and it's 0.5 square acres, 2 beds, 1 bath. There does seem to be a 0.9 condition on it, but then there's also the WDS. What is the WDS stand for?
We don't know, it was not known when we.
I
That was
thought
the
they had
one
a
that he
question, yeah.
responded with the question mark.
Yeah, okay. I'll follow up on that when you're ready. So it's got a premium of, that 10% premium. They did provide 9 comps. Actually, it was a comparative market analysis that they had. That had 9 comps. We focused on 378 Castle Avenue, 825 Hyundai. It was bought, it says that doesn't, 11.2, 565, I think that was unqualified sale. All right, so.
Oh my
Like
God.
everything
I know,
else is.
So the comps that the comparative market analysis used was 378 Castle Avenue. They said that closed 11/17/25, 515,000. Bradford, 39 Bradford, 549. In March 25, Old Stratfield Road, 565, 500. The Bradford Street one was similar in size to the lot. These other lots are pretty small. The appellants is half an acre. And these are all less than a quarter acre. All right, so almost all the other ones are all very small piece of property and also much smaller, much smaller, but 200-300 square feet smaller. All right, I mean, listen, there was, so this is Lover's Lane. There was, there were 2 sales on Lover's Lane. One 10/27/25, which was for 830,000 on 10/27, as I said. This is 3-bedroom, 2 bath, 0.377, so smaller lot. 1472, actually smaller living area. And it also has the same, it doesn't have the condition on the land, but it does have that 10% premium. And then also 185 Lover's Lane sold in September 25 for 295. That is a bigger piece of property, bigger land area, same size lot.
What was the first one? I'm sorry. I mean,
235 Lower Green. That's sold 1027.25 for 830.
Does the town have this at?
The town has this at 842,506.
these comps are terrible, like this market analysis. They don't make adjustments like an appraiser does.
Well, what makes you say this is terrible? Because I was going to say it, so you took the word right out of my mouth.
Really?
I was going to say it because none of these comps, unless, because I don't pay attention to what the assessor calls the neighborhood, like the codes. Maybe if you're looking, maybe one of you can tell me. What does he have does he have that neighborhood coded as the same as these houses? Because if he does, then I would have to argue that, well, they're in the same neighborhood even though they're not. Because what I was going to say is all these comps are in Tungus Hill. Lovers Lane is not in Tungus Hill. So these comps are all going to be lower. I think what he did was, looks like what the agent did was, he picked houses that closed for the value that she wanted, and this is what he came up with. So I would not use any of these comps. If I were doing a market analysis, this is not where I would be looking at comps. But I'd have to believe that a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house is not worth $800 and something thousand either. So, and that's a problem, because 2-bedroom houses are hard to find for comps. I thought it was 2.
That's what they say.
So just looking at that.
I have 2 bed, 1 bath on the subject property.
They wrote on there, look, that's some reason comparable.
Oh, that's what
That's what they're comparing it to.
he's comparing it to those.
Wait,
No, you're right. I mean, he's showing on here 3 bedrooms, 1 bath.
Oh, you're right.
The Envision, I thought I saw 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. So let me go back to.
it does say two.
Even worse.
Now, the square footage is different. There, less than Envision.
I have seen 1140. On the field card, you're saying.
Right, but they say on their list,
On their list, they're
they
saying.
call it 15.
The extra bedroom they put.
Oh, it's because it's a ranch, so there's probably like the lower level.
Is that in the ranch or it's?
Basement, the finished basement. The realtors count that, right?
No, they might count it, but they shouldn't count it. Like if there's a bedroom down there, they should not be counted.
Well, I'm saying the field card doesn't count it, but in the.
No, they shouldn't be, they should be counting it separately. You can show it, but not lumped into the regular square footage.
Right. No, my point is that in this market analysis, they say if the market analysis calls 203 Lovers Lane a 3-bed, 1 bath.
Well, I would go with the field card because that's what the town bases their value on.
Right.
So, which is even worse when you think about it because that's a 2-bedroom house at that price. So, 830.
It's very similar.
Which one's what for 830?
235 Lovers Lane.
too bad.
You need to look at it.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Here's the good. I got what's.
I mean, is anyone comfortable with the 600? Because I'm not. 625?
Actually, 580.
Oh, sorry, 585.
Does anybody have,
I was just looking to see, I was just trying to look at other two-bedroom, one-bath houses for comps, but I got kicked out, so I'm a little behind the times here, catching up.
The one that pops up in Vision is 88 Millwood Drive. I don't know if that's a good comp or not, but that's sold in February of 2025 for 814.
How much?
814. Maybe that's too bad.
What I'm impressed with, smaller lot, two-bedroom, one-bath. So it's $599, I'm sorry, $699. It's hard to find them in that neighborhood. Now, this one on Old Mill. That one sold, that was two-bedroom, one-bath, 6 rooms, little smaller lot. And that's much smaller lot, but that sold for $740,000. But that's Old Mill Road, I mean, that's like a premium street. You can't compare that to Lover's Lane. That one sold for $740, and they have her at what, 796? Problem is the land. More or less. You said that was a half acre, Peter?
the subject is a half acre. The sale, the one sale, the 235 Lover's Lane to 830 was, is just over a 30. That's actually, the land there is actually valued, you know, looks like higher value than 80114 versus the subject. Well, does anyone have, I was gonna make, I was gonna grant this in part to that 830 sale price. So how do you feel about this? They're very similar, you know, subject is actually bigger. This one doesn't have the condition that the Subject has,
235, 235, sorry.
yeah, 235,
Yeah.
right?
That's a two-bedroom?
It says three bedroom, but I mean, like Neil said, they're claiming 3 bedrooms on there. Here, even though the town, I know the town says it's only 2.
Is the silence that nobody is happy with the 830 number, or we're still trying to figure it out?
I'm just waiting.
Up there.
235 Lovers. You gotta talk about that one. 795, that's on it. A little more than a third of an acre. That's 14 square foot ranch. 3 bedroom, 2 baths, a garage, 795.
Peter Bud Valley.
From the Grand Park to the 830. Price of the 235 Lover Lane.
Yeah, hold on, what are you saying?
The list price is 795, the closed price is 800.
Oh, okay. Better than nothing. Not much, but it's better.
The only question I have is if we're, yes,
Well, they both have the WD.
right.
But I don't know why they have that. I mean, he never answered the question, yet we have to go through these appeals. We don't have time to wait for his silly little games of sending question marks back. If he doesn't know what it's there for, then
Take it out.
Take it out. Because honestly, I cannot see that Lover's Lane is so special that you need to get an adjustment to jack up your land price on that location. It's even at 830,000. If somebody tore that down, they'd have to get over 2.4 million on a resale. And that's not the most expensive house so far, sold for 1,295.
You're already getting
Listen, on-
60% premium for the neighborhood adjustment.
The home that sold on at 185 Lover Lane,
185, yep.
right? That sold for 1.3.
Okay, basically 130,
Right,
yep.
but the land, which is, comparable, is valued at 822, 249, where theirs is an 801, 46.
Whatever.
Anyway,
I'm gonna come up with the 830.
all right, well, I guess I can make the motion and
Yeah.
you guys can, and then we can, if that's what we need. All right. All right, so I make a motion to grant in part the appellant's value, or I'm sorry, I make a motion to grant in part the appellant's value, to change it to 830,000. From,
Ask.
okay, the ask was 585,000.
Wow.
The town's valued at 842,560. All those in favor, raise your hand. All those opposed?
I'll say,
I can't get into the field cards.
where are you? Oh, you're in it. You're in the booth. Click on field card.
I want to get a new number.
Go. Okay, click out of there. Yeah, okay.
Here, hit this.
There you go. Now see where it says search?
Ah. That says enter an address.
Yeah, you just put it in. Oh, you're trying to get an address, you're trying to get
With
back
the
to
number.
Oh, no. You're in,
I know I am,
you have to
and
get back to the town here. You're in business break.
Okay, the next appeal is number 644.
Yep, right.
All right. This is, property address is 53 Dawn Street. The owner is Barbara O'Connor. Right, she gave a lot of comps that she's talking about condition of other units. She mentions number 51, spent pay less, number 51, 55, number 57. Also sustained water damage, 3 had water damage.
Ask, because it looks like she put the assessment amount.
She said 253.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, 253 H1.
Because she wrote on the sheet the assessed value. I don't know.
Yeah.
340, but it's actually
Yeah, 376, 200. Did I say that?
Is that the town
That's the
amount?
town at value, 376, 200. And she's requesting 253 H1. So she's, says something about that there are 6 units that have the value of 376, 200. And so anyway, there were 2 sales, right? She did bring up 41 Dawn Street, and 41 Dawn Street actually sold in September of 25 for 458, and it's same size as hers, same layout. It does have a C rating where hers has a D plus rating. But then there was another sale, which actually is older, December of 23, that sold for 445. That was 61 Dawn. This is a condo, sorry, I don't think it's
Yeah.
right, Rushwood condos. And that one, same exact layout and size, and that's also at a D plus. But I guess I looked at that and said that sold at 445. The town's appraising these at, hers at 376. So I'm having a hard time getting down to the 253 each one.
I don't understand.
Her appraisal is 376, and the 2 comps you gave were all over 400.
Yeah, well, she gave the 41. I gave the 60. I provided the 60.
Oh, 40, so she gave 41. Which is 440.
sold for
458. I don't think it's September, late September. Actually, I feel badly about this, but I will call this woman and tell her she could listen to our conversation, but she did say she wanted to listen as we were debating. I'll just tell her she'll have to listen. I'm sorry, I actually wrote a note here.
What did you advise her?
Did I advise her?
Yeah, I mean, or you told her,
I didn't advise her anything.
Oh, no,
I gave her information, she gave me comps, and, I reviewed those comps, and, she didn't mention when she said, 41 Dawn Street, that it recently sold for 458,000, so.
you didn't have to.
Am I, yeah, that's wrong, that the town has her appraised at 376 and we're asking for 362, like, we're talking not a lot of money, right?
She's,
But that 253 has to be the assessed value.
I mean,
Because if you gross that up, that gets to the 362, which is what she has on the sheet. Right? That she has herself showing there at 362, she circled it. Oh, but that's 53 or 370, yeah, I don't,
She has what she's asking for, is what you're
I
saying.
think she's
well,
already.
number 51, is at 360.
Right, but she's asking for 263, no, 253, 820. If you gross that up 70%, that gets you to the 362, 600. So I'm not sure.
But every comp is over 400, so.
What is she asking?
Yeah, like, what's the basis of purchase all?
I think
I got appraisal.
I read her argument as she wants to be she feels like she needs to be the least expensive. That's what she says on the front sheet there. She wants to be the least of all the units. So if all the units are on that one sheet that she listed out in order, that's why I think she circled the 362, 600, saying that was the lowest, that's what I want to be. Unless I'm reading it wrong. In which case, she's at 376, 200.
I mean, she talks about, she's showing 376, 200,
Right.
first thing with heavy water damage.
Right. Right.
371, very close to what she's already appraised at. And then just the fact that there are actual sales that happened very recently,
Right.
I don't think she's made the case. So, does anyone want to add something else?
I don't think we can do anything with it.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm making a motion to approve the account's ask to $253,820. All those in favor? All those opposed?
Only because there will be people listening. If she was not listening, she'll have no idea how many voted.
Oh, right, we
for
should.
her.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah,
I
good,
feel like
thank
we
you.
can
You're
see,
right. Okay.
but she won't.
Sure, good, very good. That's great, yes.
So.
So that was 050. Okay, again, opposing. All right. Next appeal is number 520. Right, 520, is Christopher and Allison McCoy, 26 Barlow Plain Drive. And the town valued this property at $947,300, and the appellants are asking that to be reduced to $750,000. They, their argument basically is that the town's on record with a 58.5% increase. My house has a 91% increase, and so they wanted it adjusted down to that 58.5. Right, they gave a bunch of comps, 293 Sigwin, that was 765. That sold, that was 213. Also 168 Wormwood, 750, 22, 38 Edgehill Road, 730, on 12826 Jennifer, 71 Jennifer, 740, 25, 1009 High Street at 810. November of 26. 235 Lovers Lane, 830. That's 1646 Jennings Road, 620, and 1022. Then they also provided some on Barlow Plain, which they say all have much lower valuations, have restored homes, reminded the city. 15 Barlow, 62 Barlow Plain, 105 Barlow Plain, and 40 Barlow Plain. So they have points, I think 0.24 acres, and a 2,076 square foot home, living area in their home. And so 40 Barlow Place that has, theirs is considered a C+ rating. The 40 Barlow Place is a C rating, and that's about a quarter. That's about the same. It's the same size property, but smaller, about 600 square feet, smaller living area. Which the land values are basically the same, right? The home value is what's driving the big difference there. And then also 62 Barlow Plain was 709, 700 for land. That's a smaller, actually a slightly larger piece of land and about similar size home. That was a C+. So. They do seem pretty high. I mean, they're saying that the home is original, so I don't know why it's so much different, right?
Yeah.
They did not provide any pictures. Well, actually, they did provide some pictures of some cracks. Near basement. So like in the cement. Anyone needs to see.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
And then another one just right here. Yeah, no, they only put.
In this case, it's like the land is comparable.
Yeah.
to other property.
Would you say all of these comps are pretty good?
None of the comps that they provided are any good except for the comparisons that are on the screen.
There seems to be no justification for the other two on that street that he talked about, or that we looked at. Their house values decreased. And there's nothing on the field card about improvements, new roofs, so nothing.
Right. I mean, they said that.
So,
Um,
I mean,
So if you average, and I'm just gonna average the four comps on Barlow Plain that they gave, I came out to 788,075. You know, that's not down to the value they want, but I believe it's, I think it would be fair.
It's pretty substantial, actually.
yeah.
So, anybody have anything else? So, I'm gonna vote, make a motion to grant in part, to the value of 788,075. Okay, all in favor?
Call out the
Oh,
vote, then all of them.
Sure, that's probably, that's probably good. All right, so, was that unanimous?
Yes, it was.
All right, so that was approved unanimously. I guess if we do have, if it's not a unanimous vote, we need to say who was.
Who's a minority.
Yeah. I guess. Someone else ready to go, because
I can do some. Otherwise, I'm going to be.
sorry, yeah, I can't, my note sheet on.
You didn't go yesterday,
No.
did you?
Do you want me to go, Peter, or want me to wait?
Yeah, if you're ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
First appeal number is 842. Steen and Anne Marie Petrie. The address is 1211 Stilson Road. Town has them valued at $1,342,400, and they're asking to go to $920,000. Now, this house is, although it has a Stilson Road address, it's not really directly on Stilson Road. There's a tiny little street, a private road off of Stilson, near Hirsch Road. It's called Peytonwood. So that's where this house is located, on Peytonwood Road. There's only 3 or 4 houses on that street. But like I said, they have a Stilson Road address. It's an original 1930s log cabin with a modern addition. Very hard to find true comps in the neighborhood or anywhere else in town because there aren't too many log cabins. They think it tends to stay on the market longer and attracts a smaller buyer pool, which I would have to agree with the smaller buyer pool, resulting in a lower sale price than more typical homes. The log portion has been partially restored. The house is uninsulated because it's logs. And the other issue with the house is that the cement, I'll call it cement, there's another name for it, but the cement that's between the logs,
The lime or something.
whatever that is, it's deteriorating in several parts of the house so that air and bugs can get in through it. To have that fixed, it's expensive and it's difficult. Not everybody does it. They have to get people from out of state to come and they stay at your house while they're doing it. So you have to have room for them to stay.
What?
Yep. And also, like I said, it's on an access road called Peytonwood. It's not a town-maintained road. They're responsible for all the maintenance, repair, redoing, resurfacing, all that. And it's supposed to be shared between all 4 neighbors, but for tree removal, snow removal, taxes, repairs, and paving, And it's a lot of money, but it's difficult to get them all to agree. I drove over there to see it, and the road, that little road itself is like a mess. It's all broken up and disgusting, and
What number Paintwood is it? Because I'm trying
it's
to,
not Painwood, it's 1211 Stilson Road.
no, I looked it up, but it doesn't come up.
Oh, it doesn't come up?
No, that's why, what, you said though it's on Paintwood?
The name of the street, the name of the street sign is Painwood, but their legal address is 1211 Stilson Road.
It doesn't really come up.
Let's see, what else did she say here? What, Stilson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you can't. Okay.
I think I got everything she said, I'm just looking at the notes. And she wanted to tell us that the land across the street from her, there was a small house right across on Peytonwood from hers, where it's sold, I don't need that, that's okay, where it's sold for, around 500 and something thousand, like 2 years before. So if I look at the field card, she didn't give me, she's got a lot of property. About 83 acres. It's 80,724 square feet of property. It's a lot of land. Unfortunately, the land is, when you go into that street and then you go into her driveway is sloped up, go up, and then you hit a flat spot where the house is built, and then it goes down on the other side. So she's basically on a hill. She's on like the flat part of the hill. The land across the street from hers that sold in 500 and something, that was flat.
Wow.
I love it. Exterior wall, logs.
Logs, yep, that's what it is. No other way to say it. So she tried to find comps, which, as I said, are very difficult to find. I think mostly what she's appealing, I think both, but the land seems to be the most significant piece for appeal. At 900 and, oh, that's the whole thing, at 638,000. 24, unfortunately, send me the field card. I should have pulled one out myself, but I didn't. Yeah, if we can.
I can't find it. You found the house?
You go to field card.
I just want to see the landline. Hold up now.
I was looking over there.
Let's see what we got here.
No, I found the card. I'm trying to look for the house.
Okay, so here we
No, I have it. Thank you. I'm
So-
sorry. I misunderstood what you were
What we
saying.
have here is a land value of 1,500,000. Am I seeing that right? 1,000,000.
It can't be.
Oh, no, 1,051,300, I think. And that's, so our first argument is the land is valued too high based on the type of land it is. So that's number one. And to find comps, some of the ones she put in here, I didn't find all that helpful. However, I did find that the comp at 197 Hillbrook Lane,
197?
197, yes, Hillbrook Lane, where the land is valued, it's a little bit more than hers, and it's valued at 826,200. And now Hillbrook, similar to Paintwood, the land on Hillbrook is not flat. If you look at the picture, if you can make it any bigger, you'll see that it's not a level lot. Not as, but nowhere near as bad as hers, but it's not level. So that was she picked that one pretty well. And then there's one on Congress that she picked because of the land size. 2492 Congress. That has a bigger lot, again, I think it does, let me make sure. No, a little less land, and that's valued at 671,994. So those are the ones that I found to be the most helpful because of the size of the property.
It's over $1 million though.
I don't know, I didn't look.
Yeah, okay.
But again, how big is the house? Like, right now, I'm just looking at the land.
Well, it looks pretty big.
Yeah, their house is not,
200.
their house might be similar to that. So I think that $1.3 million and change is way too much. Oh, here it is, okay. For this house.
Lowe's.
The house is valued at 268, 288, 100. I have an issue with that too because it's a log cabin that's not in the best shape. But it's not that high, so. I think that mostly if we adjust the land, I think that should bring it down to what's reasonable based on what it is.
Have a .8.
Yep. And again, that's one of those lots where, you know, nobody's gonna be buying that lot for $1 million. So I think if the down, now, how do you guys feel about, before I even bother going through the rigmarole of the land thing? I know that we had a big discussion about that other lot on Wormwood that was on a hill.
Oh, yeah.
This is worse than that. I mean, his was bad. I shouldn't say it's worse. Maybe it's kind of the fact that, you know, you don't really have a lot of usable land. You have is what the house is,
Yeah.
basically.
But he was getting nothing.
On Wormwood?
Yeah. so
No,
he
we gave him, right, we gave him. some.
Right. This one, there is already an adjustment.
So, but I honestly don't think that somebody whose house is what it is, that is, and what's the property what it is, I honestly don't think that 920 is an awful amount of money to ask to be reduced to. Yes, it's a big reduction, but that price is way out of whack.
I mean, what would be, in your opinion, like, what would be a comparable property to do that? Because otherwise, Stilson Road doesn't have anything. That really-
Right, Stilson Road doesn't have anything like that, you're right.
What would be,
I think that, I thought that they had Burroughs Road in here. I wouldn't use that because I just don't think that's not the same quality location. Oxbow is actually almost behind them. I'm not sure if that's Oxbow or Thornhill, but it's one of those streets over there. It's like right there. And they're at the end of that little cul-de-sac, and you can actually see that street from there, from the end of the cul-de-sac. I think that's Oxbow. But I don't think the land is that big. Now, the land size is only 10,500 square feet. So that one I had to discount as well and say no. That's why I picked Hillbrook. And actually, Marshmere's a good one, too. It's like a street over, 2 streets. Well, it's not true. It's around the corner, basically.
like Rolling Hills, is that a?
Rolling Hills is really far away. It's probably got 2 acres on it. Marshmere's lot, it's only 2,600 square feet. That's why I thought the Hillbrook comp I thought was really the best. Because it's not that much bigger than theirs. They're at 87,000 square feet plus. And their appraised land value was 826,200. And it's slightly bigger. So I don't think that it's unreasonable to think that their land is actually worth less than that. Not because of the size, because that's an insignificant amount as far as size goes, but because their land is actually in worse condition than this one.
So are you saying that land gets to 9?
I think the whole thing goes to 9.
The whole thing goes to 9 even?
No, it'll be more than that. It may end up being a grant in part. But what it means is a significant cut in that land. And we already had that discussion the last time, but I think, I'm sorry, but I think it warrants it, so.
Their appraisal last go-around was 920. So,
Yeah, but that was,
I don't know if that's an artificial floor that we're putting for ourselves, or,
that's an artificial floor. I wouldn't bother with that.
okay.
They bring the land all the way down to 50% to get close without touching them.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna leave the drawing alone, because I'm just gonna leave it. Even though I think it's too much, I'm just gonna leave it be. The biggest concern, they did mention the house, but I think the biggest concern was the land. Wow.
%, reduction gets you to 920. On the land. Yeah. Gets you to 920 in total, but the 60% reduction just on the land gets you to 920.
60, wait a minute, that gets you the 920, if we do a
60% reduction gets you to a land value of 632,580 plus the dwelling of 288,100.
I'm good with that.
It's a total of 920.
So, that's all right.
Is it on the 105?
No, I grossed the land up to the original amount first and then did it.
The 105?
You have to, you have to go up. They have to gross the land up because they've got a
It's a
discount.
40% reduction, 60% value. So it's not a 60% reduction, it's a 40% value. Sorry, I misspoke.
So if we do 40%, it's what?
If you do 40%,
40% of the
Let me see.
105.
I have it over here. Why am I struggling with this?
1 million value, or you?
I'm taking 60% of the 1,054,000.
Oh, okay, that's why we're getting.
So it is a 60%. It is a 60% discount, right? No, it's 40% discount. I'm taking
Right.
0.6. Yeah, 40% discount. Gets me to 632,580.
Oh, did they build this house?
No, they bought it a long time ago for 300,000. And actually, I went back and looked. And just just for information, at the time they bought it, which I believe might have been 2013, I don't remember, but at that time, there were no other houses that sold for 300,000. Everything else sold for more. This was all there was, that price. So just to show you that it's not, how it compares to others is it was sold for a lot less than everything else in that time frame. So, she said if we do 40% on the land, right? Then add the house back in,
Yep.
we come up to what, 920?
920,680.
9,
920,680.
680. Okay, I'm okay with that. That's what I had on here if we went down. I did several different scenarios, excuse me, so. And if we did 50%, Chrissy, what does it come up to? You're the math person. I think I did have it at 50%.
815.
With the house added back in.
Yep, 815.
815?
She's taking it from the
Oh, from the discount?
the
The
current
1,054,000.
amount, not going back to the original.
Am I not, is that what I should not be
I
doing?
don't know, that Paula usually takes the,
I usually go back up to the full value and then start there, 105,4,300.
Yeah, 105,4,300.
105,4,300 plus,
divided by
Times-
0.8, she's doing it, because they already got a 20% discount. So she's-
I'm doing it on top of that. I'm just saying 50% total on the 105,400
I see.
gets you to the 527,150 for land.
okay, so it
Plus
really,
288.
it's really 1,265,160.
Gotcha. Sorry, I did not.
Did you do that,
on
Neil?
that one.
Um,
I can change the map if you want.
Yeah, change the math.
So you want me to do it on what number?
105,4,300 plus what they had 20% discount. So we need to put the 20% back in. I believe that comes out to 1,265,160. Unless I'm wrong.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were using it.
Then we take it down, what do we say, 40%? 759 plus 2,
You got the 1,265, is that it?
Yep.
All right, so 60% of that is 759 plus the 288 gets you to 1,047,000.
Okay,
And then 50% based off of the land value of 1,265 gets you to 920. You get a land value of 632.
okay. And so I think that I could go either way, but I think I'll have more support if we go to 1,047,000. Is that even?
$1,047,196.
1,047,200, let's say that. I'd be willing to do that. And although we took it off the land, I'm still, in my head, I'm still thinking that house is not it's not really a $262,000 structure. But I'm not gonna start picking at that and say, well, I'm just happy with coming down to this number. Anybody have any questions or discussion? Actually, they helped me. I had it down here and I screwed it up. Okay, so I will make a motion to grant in part to a value of $1,047,200. All in favor? Okay, thank you. Next. Appeal number 753, Mohammed Sayel, 320 Berkeley Road, town value 548, pellet requesting 400. I believe he supplied comps. But then I had to go and research them because we pulled them from Zillow. They're sold comps, and I couldn't find the sale price. So we have a house at 54 Second Street that sold for $465 on 1/21/25. He put one on Berkeley Road. I crossed it out because it was too old. I'm not using that one. And then we have another one at Soundview Avenue, 439, and that sold on 9/24/24. And also,
What's that?
439.
Yep.
He's got one on Black Rock Turnpike, which, that's, Berkeley is a quieter road. That one sold for $447. In 11/26/25. So also, we have I think the Second Street one was the best comp. It's been renovated, it's a better location than it. It's off of Melville. Not too far from Villa, but that's
Near
still.
Ward.
Yeah, that's still better than Berkeley as far as an address goes. That one sold in 24, I think.
What number of Second Street is that?
54 Second Street. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 0.11 of an acre. And that was 1,407 square feet. It sold for $465 in January of 25, not 24. Okay? I time adjusted that. It came out with $483. Now, it's better renovated than his. It's really renovated nicely. And again, it's a better location. The house, although it's been renovated and it's in better condition, that house is appraised by the town at 105, and the subjects is 116,208. That's 200, I wrote it quickly. But in any event, the town has it valued higher than the comp that we're looking at. It's got a renovated kitchen, baths, central air, and as I said, a better location. So on this one, I would be willing to grant in part. I can't go to 400. But I would be willing to go to 483.
What's the subject?
I'm sorry,
How big is the subject?
the subject property is small, let me find it.
4,700.
That's it, here it is.
702.
Yep, and it's on 0.11 of an acre. He has no condition adjustments for the acreage, which I don't think you need there. He's got 3 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And it's just a basic plain old looking cape. Garage underneath, nothing fancy.
I mean, there are 3 sales.
I have, let me see, what do I have? I have Second Street, which I said already, we just went over that one.
On Burke, like right on Burke.
There must be a reason why we didn't use those. Well, here's one on Berkeley, 430 Berkeley. I took that out because it sold further away. It was 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, it was 1,610 square feet, it sold for 440. But it sold in 2023, I think.
Well, these would need to be time adjusted. One for 855, 865, which, I mean, that is a bigger, about 400 square feet bigger, same size lot though. And there's a 480 that sold in December of 24, and then there's another one that sold in September of 24 for 755, which those are comparable to his, his land, his size. Those were 243 Berkeley, 75 Berkeley, and 48 Berkeley. Which one is that? I didn't actually argue.
I think I was billed in 2023.
That won't work.
Yeah, that's,
The other two. It's from 1939. Last one different.
Peter, what was that address on Berkeley?
75 and 243.
75. So I actually don't, I have to be honest, I don't do it this way. I don't go looking for things to say that they're wrong. If they bring me comps that match, I go with it, because they brought me comps. If they didn't bring me comps, that's another story. Okay, this is on the side. It's not updated. That's 75. But that's a 4-bedroom, and it's 1,500 square feet. And it's got a little bit bigger lot, not enough to talk about. And then we've got 240 Berkeley, which is also a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, which is 2,078 square feet, not counting the basement, which brings it up to 3,278 square feet. Basically the same size land. So personally, I wouldn't use either of those because of the number of bedrooms and the size. The one on Second Street is, I think, the best comp to his. That's the way I looked at it. And based on that, I could grant in part, but I can't go to 400. Anybody else?
Where were you going to?
So I would be granting in part, I did a time adjustment on that one to make it up to, it was 447 to start with. I adjusted it up to 483,600. And even though it's in much better condition and a better location, I would still be willing to say that we would go to that price, that 483,600.
actually pretty close to that. That's 75 per.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else? No? All right, I make a motion to grant in part to a value of 483,600. All in favor? Unanimous. Next. Appeal number 329. Joanne Wood is the owner. It's 81 Deepwood Road. It's a single-family home. Town has it at 1209, 400. She would like to go to $1 million even. She said that based on comps provided, market value from Zillow, which of course I pay no attention to, and Realtor.com. She thinks it's inflated. The home at Buckboard Lane in Fairfield is less money.
Where is Deepwood Road? Sorry, I'm on.
Deepwood, if you're on Black Rock Turnpike,
Yeah,
go past where the lake, you can see the lake. There's a street on the left, if you're going toward the parkway, it's like a hill.
yeah.
That's Rock Ridge.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Okay, sorry.
You go up there, they take a right, and then you go take another right, and that's where Deepwood is. I believe the zoning in there is an acre. And she is on 1.32 acres. They have her land at 981,600. You look at her comps, because that's what I went by. Comps on my notes. Another one without the field card. Even they give you these vision appraisal things, and they don't give you the actual field card. It's not, but it should be. These aren't field cards, these are,
On the scan.
hers, she has hers, but the comps, she doesn't have,
Oh, for the.
not for the comps, which makes it harder for me to figure it out. I don't care what their value is, I don't pay attention to that. Realtor.com and Zillow, I don't care what they think anything's worth. Don't use either of them. Let's see, what's this? So she has comps at Joan Drive, which sold recently for $815,000 on 11/20/25. Not really updated, kind of oldish looking. That was 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, for a total of 2,512 square feet. I'm sure somebody's going to do it over. It was purchased by a company name. Buckboard Lane is a good comp. And that one is appraised at $1,060,000. It sold in 12 of 25 for $1,255,000. So it sold for more than the appraised value.
Million.
55,
One,
yeah.
oh,
1,255.
oh, one.
That's 2,800 square feet, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. Basically, those are her comps.
So without a bidding war, that all of a sudden it's worth less than it was.
I don't know if that was, most of them are bidding wars. I can't say that that was, even if it's just a couple of offers and not 50 offers like we were getting. But, based on these, except for the Zillow and the Realtor.com one, which I can't just agree to because those are not sold, those are what they think it's worth. So a Zestimate, which I don't even think that word is in the dictionary. I'm surprised. You see my people think. Okay, I found what I was looking for. Yeah, Zestimate. What the hell is that? Has no meaning. Okay. So when I pull out her comps on it, I didn't think she's got the spreadsheet, I think, this graph, which actually it's not bad. Jones Drive, both are similar locations. Buckboard is actually a better location. Both are in that 1 acre zone. They're not in Greenfield Hill, although people would like to tell you that they are not. That is not Greenfield Hill. It's actually the same as hers, Rockridge. Buckboard's a little bit over, but still not Greenfield Hill. Being Greenfield Hill, you have to be in the AAA zone. These are not. So now her house is only 1,995 square feet. These are way bigger. Buckboard is almost 1,000 square feet bigger, 870. They have 3.5 baths. She has 2.5. She has an under garage. Their garage is on grade. One of them has a finished basement. One has no basement. One is 12 years newer. They have 2 fireplaces. She has 1. I also found, when I was looking through, discussed with her, 3701 North Street. Now that is Greenfield Hill. That one sold in 2024 for $1,079,000, and 95 Brighton View, which sold in 7 of 25 for $1,049,000. Then there's 2492 Congress, which sold for $1 million on 12/25/25. Now those are on bigger, not Brightonwood, not Brighton View, but North Street and Congress Street are on the 2 acres, so they have twice as much land, which then makes a difference in value. So I think that she has a point that her house is a little less than 2,000 square feet, and she's at $1.2 million. These houses are way bigger, and they're at $1,238,000, and Buckboard is at $1,060,600. That sold in 12 of 25. She wants to go to, what did I say? She wants to go to $1 million. So based on a sale of 815, and one of $1.2 million, that one's 1,000 square feet bigger. Jones Drive is still bigger, but only by about 600 square feet. Around the same acreage as hers. I think that, I don't know what I would do. I didn't try averaging those two. Try that. If I took those two sales that she listed at first and averaged them, I get $1,035,000. I don't think that's so bad.
Sales on Rock Ridge, very similar to her house. Both, one's 915, one's a.
Yeah, so I think she's just way overvalued. So I would be willing to, I actually could make a case. I could say $1 million is fine. It's okay with me. Any questions? Anybody not on board with that?
What we,
When I average them out, I get out, if I average the two comps that she provides, I get $1,035,000. Or, but then Neil said he found two on Deepwood, right?
On Rockridge.
On Rockridge, which is
like
right around the
there.
corner. They're very similar, that sold for what, 9 something?
One was 950. They're both like around 1900, between 18 and 1900 square feet.
So-
But they're 2 bedrooms. No, 4 bedroom, one's 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 bedrooms.
So I think that those are pretty good comps, so I'd be willing to go to the $1 million because of those. So I make a motion that we, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a motion that we grant to the appellate's value of $1 million. All in favor? Okay. 4-1. 442 Surrey Lane. Oh, I'm sorry. Appeal number 511. You're welcome. Owned by Surrey Lane LLC. It's 442 Surrey Lane. Town value is $1,152,700. He wants to go to $1,025,000 each.
35.
He's saying that his house is, it's over 60 years old. The location, he's in regulated wetlands with a sloping backyard. He doesn't have a swimming pool. He's got a main unit with an in-law unit, which it's not attractive to everybody. I thought that would be a big selling factor when I've had houses that have them, and it's not. You have to find the person who really wants it. People that are looking for single-family houses are not looking to get it to rent it out. Oh, good, rental. They're not interested. So, now, to make it easier, it's sold on 10/3/23 for $945,000. If I time adjust it for 2 years, it gives out to $1,062,000. So I'm willing to go to that because of the time adjustment, but I'm not willing to go all the way down to $1,025,000.
What was the amount? I'm sorry, I missed the exact, what's the exact amount you'd go down to?
$1,067,000 because I time adjusted it for 2 years because it sold on 10/13 and 23. So I gave it the 6% for 2 years and I got $1,067,000 for the value. One thing about this house is it's hard to find comps for houses with in-law apartments. This is a big house, but it's big, except it's not, and the town does not separate it out. If you look at the field card, the town will say, oh, it's got X number of bedrooms, but really that's between two dwellings. They don't split it out for for this one or that one. So it's not the most attractive home, I'll tell you that. Which he kind of says when he says it is. See, it says it has 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, but that's between 2 homes. And there's no way to know which has what. I'm going to guess that the main house has the 3 bedrooms. So based on that sale, obviously he's got comps that sold in 2025. He's the same one on Joan Drive that we just talked about. Yeah. He's got 255 Surrey Lane that closed in 2025, 8/13/2025 for $900,000. It's smaller. But again, I don't know how much smaller because I can't tell what the space is in the in-law apartment. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It also says that it has what? Opportunities to bound convert the space into the in-law. It doesn't have a setup for an in-law, but it has the space to do it with in the lower level. 4th bedroom with bath, which could be used as an au pair in-law suite, 1,328 square feet.
Where's the sale? 545 Surrey Lane?
I have 355 Surrey Lane. Let me see. I don't think I have 555.
545 sold on 10/31/25 for 129. 129.
1-2, you said?
1,290,000.
That is
Colonial, Silver Acre Land, 400 living area, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. the
Oh, here we go, okay.
Surrey Lane one, I mean, you already said that, you were adjusting it.
Yes, I adjusted it. Yeah, this is actually, I don't know if it's an older, it's built in 1967. It's a more traditional looking house. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Unfortunately, we really don't know what his is. Could be a 4-bedroom, could be a 3-bedroom. No way to really tell. He also has wetlands and wetland setback on his property, which he describes as not being level. Some of Surrey Lane is. I saw the house on Surrey Lane. Got a beautiful barn and everything. South
Isn't that right over near, isn't that near Jones Drive?
Yes, they're not far. Yeah, this actually is. Again, everybody, I shouldn't say everybody. Let me disparage my coworkers and say that they love to call it Greenfield Hill, but it's not.
Lower.
There's no such
You're
thing.
right, that's what.
I know,
Lower
but you-
Greenfield Hill
yeah.
is, Lower Greenfield Hill is Burr Street, and actually only part of Congress Street is really in Greenfield Hill. That's not for today's discussion. Actually, that part to the right is not Greenfield Hill. So, I adjusted it, and, you know, I was okay with the adjustment at 1,067,000. Because I can't tell if this one has a finished basement, it's 2,400 square feet, plus that basement, it's more of a modern colonial. He's got that ugly look, not very attractive looking. Two-car garage, pool, but he's got a dry level lot at 545 Surrey. So I guess it's really a matter of, do you want to go with how do you feel about going with the closed sale at 1030 for $1,290,000, which is actually more than the town valued him, so we wouldn't be granting his appeal. Or do you want to adjust it based on the adjustment of that comp that's over 2023?
I hate to say it, but it was unqualified, so.
Oh my God, Peter, I'm going to choke you to death. Qualified sales.
Because,
No, the sale of 442 Surrey Lane was qualified on October 17th, 2023. But then it was transferred he just transferred it, like, that's the guy who came in for the appeal.
Oh, okay, he transferred it to, yeah,
Karthik was the guy who
okay,
came in, and then he transferred it to an LLC.
okay.
you take it back?
I take it.
Takes it back, okay, good, all right. Thank God, we have a qualified sale for the first time tonight, no, I'm only kidding.
Hallelujah.
So, anybody have any question, anybody have any comments?
You did a good job.
No?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't go up $2 million. For the-
All right, well then I'll just make a motion to grant the appellate's value based on that sale and the adjustment, time adjustment, to $1,067,000 even. Grant in part, grant in part, exactly. All in favor? 4-1. Okay, last one. I'm kidding. 306, appeal number 306. So lucky for him, I don't think. Okay, it's 306, Richard Parker is the appellate. The address is 233 Stamp Mortar Drive. Town valued at $626,500. He wants to go to $531,220.
531.
531,220.
Wow.
Now, so he already has an adjustment on his land to 80% because of the topography. He's on the part of Stamp Mortar that's uphill. And that's where he is. So it looks like he actually put a rope, some kind of a chain, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it looks like it's a rope around the front of the property. I guess so you got something to hold on to so you don't fall over the cliff. We had a guy, Peter wasn't here on the other night, and we were in that little room in the back. But I had one similar. In fact, I thought I had the same appeal, but it's not. He had the same methodology as the other guy that was on, and I think it was on North Benson Road. That the town has, he's proven in his schedules A and B, that the town has consistently valued the property, valued properties that have sold, not his property, but properties in general, 10% higher than what they actually sold. during the valuation period. So his comps are 215 Sassapequa, which sold in February of 2025. And that sold for $695. The town has it at $810. That's lakefront. And then he's got Fearful Woods Road, which I didn't really pay much attention to. And then Old Black Rock Turnpike, which I thought was in the neighborhood and fine to use. August 28, 2025, 1,100. Never mind, that's the land. It's a little less land than his, but nothing to speak of. Size of the house is very similar. It's at 1,229 square feet. I'm sorry, it's similar to Sassapequa. And the purchase price was $565. And it was actually appraised, this is the outlier, it was appraised for $425.68. Wow. Or $880. Then there's one on Nepos, other side of the street, but still considered in Lake Hill. That's sold in 2025. That's much bigger land, a little bigger house, and that sold for $650. So those are the sold comps in the valuation period. You've got some others down here. They go back too far. They go back to 2000, and we can't use those. That's a Schedule A, and then Schedule B. Townwide, 9/125 to 12/31/25. Sale price has got $675. That might be an average, but I have to tell you that when I looked at these, I decided that I really wasn't happy with any of them. None of them are in his neighborhood, and not a lot of them are in Tungus Hill. So I can't consider them. So that leaves me to consider. See what he wrote. See if there's anything else I have to tell you. Not really, he just talks about his schedules. Yeah, he did a whole,
Hills.
yeah, they did a whole analysis on Lake Hill. Stamp border especially. Subject is also, I forgot about this one. The subject also has a right-of-way easement for the other 4 houses on the road, as well as any service or emergency vehicles that are allowed to turn around on his property. So he already has a discount on his property, so I think we're okay with that. He has a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 5 rooms, 1,075 square feet. So he's smaller than all the comps he used. And they have him at 626. And actually, I should have started with this one because I get a headache when I have to read those schedules. They have him at 6. And here's one at Black Rock Turnpike, but I can't add that one in. That one at 2575 Black Rock Turnpike.
The purchase price, you mean?
The purchase price, yeah. I just, as a comp, because I just can't, even though St. Mortar is busy, because the traffic was up there all day long, especially in the afternoon, people are coming home from work. There's always a line of traffic there. But he's sitting kind of high above it, so I don't really think it's that much of a factor as if you were right at the ground level. And I just can't justify using Black Rock Turnpike for a comp.
Yes. This was just his analysis.
Well, these are his comps. This is what he's,
value.
right, this is what he's saying. He's saying that, look at what these sold
Townwide
for.
value is
Yeah.
too high.
Look at what these sold for and look at where mine is, and I think mine should be a lot lower. Now, honestly, these houses that sold, that would be comps for his, they are bigger. Some much bigger, some not so much bigger, at least 200 square feet bigger. One of them is like almost 400 square feet. So, and that has an extra bedroom bathroom. So I think that, I don't know that he really, let's go to 531, no. The old Black Rock Turnpike comp is probably a good one. Because even though that's not on Black Rock Turnpike, you can see Black Rock Turnpike from it. It sits below. So I'm sure they get some of the noise, but they don't get a lot of car traffic there. But it's a similar size. It's a little bigger than his. That sold for $565. Considering, I know what he's talking about. He has that, it's unfortunate that he has that thing where people can turn around on his property and he's got to have emergency vehicles on his property for the whole little group of 4 houses up there.
What does that say? Is that your handwriting in that box next to the?
No, where, which box?
In this old Black Rock, the 88 old Black Rock Turnpike schedule, it says something 100.
No, that's not my handwriting. Almost looks like it, but it's not. I did write appraised at the top because he had
Yeah, no,
assessed.
Yeah, I just, you know, and he wrote the other one, 150 square foot added, I wanted
Yeah.
to say the same thing about this one.
Yeah. So I think he deserves a discount. I don't know that 531 is the right number. Sure, you got 20% discount on the plan, but again, we jack it up to price it down.
He averaged the ones that he put on that own spreadsheet. It gets you to exactly where he is. The average is 627,500, and the town has him at 626. I mean, he gave us those.
Yeah, he gave us those, but he's showing us, I think, that like, this, look at what they sold for, and they don't have, South Peak wants a quiet side street, it doesn't have an issue of traffic, and it's not on a hill like his is. And it doesn't have the issue of people using his property for their turnarounds and for, you know, an easement for 3 other houses. I would not want that. Any service or emergency vehicles are allowed to turn around on his property.
I don't think that he was really offering these as comps to his house. I think he was like using this to present his argument that homes are just upright and across the board are appraised at 10% over value.
Higher than their.
But his is too, I think that's what he's trying to show you that.
Right,
It's not just his, it's all of these, except for one.
right.
Fair enough. I don't know if that helps me feel any more comfortable about a number, but
No.
I get,
I guess the last way I like to look at it is, if I had to sell this guy's house tomorrow, would I price it at 626,500 knowing what I know about it? Probably not. Would I price it at 531? No. But I might, because I would look at the comps, and I would say, okay, all right, we have one on Old Black Rock Turnpike, similar location, blah, 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 a little bit bigger, but I don't have anything else to go by, so I'd probably price it the way this sold, at 565. Maybe I'd go to 570, just to give them a little bit more of a cushion. These houses are not easy to sell.
Even
It's
though
still
it's
one.
overlooking the lake,
Pardon me?
even though it overlooks the lake. I mean, I know it's not,
It does have lake views, you're right. He has water views from the front of the house. But the fact that, I don't know if the issue of that easement negates that beauty of having the lake. It's not really like he's gonna go sit out front on the hill and look at it. He can see it from his living room probably. That's pretty
I
frank.
don't know how often emergency vehicles are coming down his property versus how many times he can sit out and look at, you know, beautiful view on the lake, especially in the fall.
Okay, let's just finish this up then. Go on.
Anecdotally, if you buy his 10% overvalued argument, that would be, that's the 531.
No, I don't.
68.
Right, and that's what I said.
Sorry,
570, you were at 570.
I said about 570.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I think. So I want to finish this up, so I'm going to go with that. I make a motion that we grant in part to a value of $570,000. All in favor?
I'm opposed.
Are you opposed or
No, I was,
in favor? So 4-1. Okay, that's it for me.
So, we're gonna confirm personnel tomorrow. I'm the 5th person. I would love to be late or not come.
You're the 5th person? You're coming. Unless Helene's going to be here.
Right, or if she could come and I could.
Well, we can ask her.
I have to look.
I know you're not coming, I know.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right, I'll come unless
There you
you
go.
call me.
Where do these go this time?
Give me the Neil and I'll.
This is my daughter's birthday.
Oh, you should,
say
yeah.
I mean, 10 minutes, I'd like to see her.
Yep. Can't blame me.
All right, wait, we're gonna, so, this meeting, we're gonna adjourn, everybody in favor of adjourning?
Yes.
Aye.
All right, so the meeting's gonna end at 8:53 PM.